So, what's going on, everybody? It's a Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little news video for your latest update roundup of the day's news. What an absolute bombshell of shite we have just got this afternoon, my friends. We're going to get into it in this video. Oh, shit. Do us a favour at the start of this stream, though, everybody. Give us a big like on the video. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, give it a share around. Get yourself involved in the chat. Smash the subscribe and all that jazz. Nice one. Thank you very much, guys. It's an absolute fucking gash run club, this, at the moment, isn't it? Goodness me. Just when you think you're making some progress, what happens? This bombshell drops. Ronaldo wants to fucking do one. I don't blame the guy, to be honest. Have you seen the standards that have been set at this football club? Harry Maguire's the fucking club captain. What do you expect? We finished 6th. Ronaldo didn't sign up for this shit, did he? He didn't sign up to be playing in the Europa League guff. This is not what he signed up for, in all fairness. This guy's a legacy player. The reason he's still pushing himself at 37 years of age in still physical peak condition is because he wants to cement that legacy even further. He's not going to be cementing the legacy playing in the shitty Europa League, is he, to be honest with you guys? Let's be honest now. He's not anywhere. It's not going to do anything for him. He wanted to come back to Manchester United to try and win trophies, to try and compete for the Premier League, to try and compete for the Champions League. We had a debacle last season, an absolute stink fest. And let's be honest, like Ten Hag's coming in here. We have only signed so far, actually, 0 players. We haven't got Malacia in just yet. Okay, he is coming. And De Jong still, that's a debacle. That's coming over the line. We haven't signed any players. There hasn't been, a huge, ridiculous show of ambitious rebuild. Yeah, okay, we're linked with a good few players that will help us and improve us. But there hasn't exactly been a massive shout to say, hey, look, we are going to be challenging for stuff next season, is it? We haven't signed the top caliber players. We haven't signed anybody yet. So I don't begrudge Cristiano Ronaldo thinking that he should probably be looking elsewhere at this moment in time, because this guy wants to win trophies. And also, let's face it, he's Mr. Champions League. He's won it probably 5 times. He's the all-time leading goal scorer in the Champions League. This guy wants to be playing in the Champions League, scoring goals in the Champions League, adding to his record in the Champions League. Not playing in the Dross Europa League, in all fairness, folks. So, listen, this is although it's absolutely a horrible, horrible news story that's broken today, I mean, it doesn't really come as much as a surprise. We need this guy, though. Do you know what, Cristiano Ronaldo? You ain't going nowhere, mate. You're not going anywhere, pal. We got the contract. He's worth more to us this season playing unhappy than he is fucking going elsewhere, my son. That's how I feel about it. Honestly, look. Who's to say that we have to sell him? No, hang on a sec. Hear me out, folks. He's our player for a year. If somebody came knocking for him with a big, juicy, fat offer, fair enough, he's a 37-year-old player. You'd have to fucking listen to it. But other than that, he's fucking ours. Piss off, Chelsea. Don't stop sniffing around Ronaldo. You know, he's not going anywhere. He doesn't have to go anywhere, in my opinion, because we've got his contract. So, although he might be unhappy and he might not be the best motivated Ronaldo, once that summer window does actually slam shut, it's like the Harry Kane situation at Spurs last year. He's still going to fucking play for you and score a shit ton of goals, you know, even if he's pissed off. And eventually when he realises he can't get out the door, he's not just going to sit around because the World Cup's coming. He wants to get ready for the World Cup. If he's getting ready for the World Cup with Portugal, he's got to play football for Manchester United, doesn't he? We own his contract, mate. Sit down, Ronaldo, score goals, keep being a handsome bastard and leave at the end of your deal, son. That's how I feel about it. I don't think we have to sell this guy. So there's talks of, Bayern Munich is selling Lewandowski. Bayern Munich might be going in, you know, to get Ronaldo, of course, as a perfect replacement. He's the perfect replacement for them. Lewandowski's a 33-year-old goal-scoring machine for them. He scored like 50 goals last season. Without Ronaldo's goals last season, Man United could be playing in the fucking championship this season. He's a huge, important player. He will score a ton of goals for them. He would be an ideal replacement for them. He would love it to go there, I think, if he wasn't United right now, because Bayern, they're guaranteed to win the league over there every single year. It's another trophy for him. It's another bit of legacy. It's easy. It's piss easy. They're going to win it. They're a big club in Germany there. And then they're in the Champions League, and they always do quite well in the Champions League. They got at least the chance of getting to the latter stages in the Champions League. So you would think that that club would tick all the boxes for Cristiano Ronaldo as well. And it certainly would tick all the boxes for Bayern. But guess what, Bayern? If you want this guy, then you have to pay £80 million because we don't have to sell him. That's what I'm saying, guys. He's our player. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe we do right by Ronaldo. Look, he obviously respects the fans. He doesn't want to leave Young United. He came back to United because he likes United. And he's been here before and he likes United. He's come back because he wants to play and succeed at United. Only difference is that it seems like the Glazers' ambitions and the club's ambitions in general don't match the ambitions of Cristiano Ronaldo right now. Ronaldo's ambition is to win the fucking Champions League again. His ambition is to score 50 goals a season. His ambition is to be, continuing playing at the top level. And we're not playing at the top level. It's all down to those fucking Glazer shithouses, guys. Let's get a hashtag Glazers out and a fucking green and gold parade in the live chat, because this is the reason why we're going to be losing out on the best player in the world, is because of our shite owners dragging us into this bloody shitter. But anyway, look, Ronaldo, obviously, look, some people will be angry with Ronaldo. Don't be angry with Ronaldo. Ronaldo's come here to win things. He's come here to actually try and challenge for things. He's not come here to play Europa standard football, guys. He's not that player. Amy Evans, thank you for the €2 super chat, says, bought him in to sell him. Glazers won't pay. Do you think? I mean, we got him for like £13 million, right? It was an absolute bargain. The shirt sales alone would have covered the Cristiano Ronaldo costs, and we've made shitloads of money. I mean, maybe there was supposed to be rumours of a shirt unveiling and all that sort of stuff on the 1st, which was pushed back to the 8th. Maybe that's not due to the fact that we haven't signed any new players, because I always thought, well, if you got Ronaldo at the club, you got a new shirt, you get Ronaldo in the shirt, you sell a fucking million shirts. You don't need a new player, you got Cristiano Ronaldo. But they pushed it back, right? Well, why? This is what's really concerning me. But I do think that the Glazers, it's all the Glazers' fault while we're even in this situation. And also the previous regime, the management as well. I mean, think about it. If you're Ronaldo, you've got to take instruction from a bloody breeze block as a captain. The standard at this United club is piss poor. And let's face it, as much as I am excited about the signings of Malacia and potentially Lisandro Martinez, are these big Billy Big Bollock name players the likes of which Cristiano Ronaldo wants to play with? Is it De Ligt? De Jong, De Ligt, these guys are the sort of standard really that we should be going for. The top players. Liverpool signed Darwin Núñez, City signed Erling Haaland. These are the sort of standard players that obviously we should be trying to sign. We can't though, because of where we're at. But Ronaldo is sadly clear of the situation that really this is a rebuild job. This is a project at Manchester United now. This isn't a team that's going to challenge for trophies next season. If we do somehow manage to snag a trophy, it will be very fortunate, I think, and it will also be probably the Mickey Mouse Cup. So if we do manage to snag a trophy, it's unlikely we do, though. I don't think we're going to challenge for many. I mean, let's ask the live chat, guys. How many do you think it would be? Sorry, I mean, how many trophies do you think Manchester United will win this season? Let me know in the live chat. Yeah, so, hey, get in there. What's this? Hey, we've got a little bit of information that's just come through from Manchester United. Sue! What's this? Hang on a second. Guys, let me just get this up on the screen as well. We've got a bunch of information that's come out. Let me just get into it, guys. I'm so furious, guys. I'm pissed off with this news. Ronaldo's not going anywhere. I don't want this guy to go anywhere. He's our player. He's contracted to us, and he does not need to go anywhere, guys. Like, I'd rather just see him go on a free next summer. I'd rather just see Manchester United just stick with him now. Just end the transfer window. So what if he's got a sulk on first couple of weeks of the season? He's the GOAT Ronaldo. He'll soon start smiling when he's banging in these hat-tricks again. I'm sorry to say, but it's not necessarily down to him. He's contracted to the club. We've got a contract. You've got to honour the contract. We didn't sign up to say, hey, you can leave at any time for a cheap amount to Bayern. No, maybe if they paid a shit ton of cash and it became like a, worthwhile sort of scenario for us. But the only way it's worthwhile is if we could sell Ronaldo for like 70 million and then go and buy another couple of tops forward players like Nkunku's and people like that. That's the only way it'd possibly be worth it. And they're not going to want to shell out that sort of money for an aging 37-year-old player. So it just doesn't work for anybody, I don't think. But look, this is what's come out, guys. By the way, guys, if you're just joining us, please do us a massive favour and smash that like button on the video. Give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, but make sure you drop that like. It's free. Boost us up on the algorithm. Give us some love. Spread us out there, my son. And get yourself involved in the chat with the legends. It's a fully interactive show. We're going to have a Q&A at the end as well, but we always dip in and out the show, so do have your say. David Ornstein says, Cristiano Ronaldo has told Man United he wants to leave this summer. As Duncan Castles reports, 37-year-old said to love the club, but wants to play Champions League football, plus fight for top honours in the final stage of his career. Doesn't feel likely at Manchester United. Napoli are among the suitors. This is what David Ornstein reported earlier on, and since then, all the rest of the Tier 1 journalists have all come out and said that this is the case. Fabrizio Romano has said that Cristiano Ronaldo told Man United he wants to leave this summer as he wants to see more ambition, Man United are still hopeful of keeping CR7, but aware of this decision. Cristiano has no agreement with any other club. Mendes explored options for weeks and will continue. So, when there were reports and were some rumours and murmurs of Mendes meeting Chelsea and Mendes meeting various different teams and discussing various players such as Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, there obviously is some strong basis to that, and that seems like it was the case. So Ronaldo Mendes is trying to get a new club for him because, look, Ronaldo, you can't really fault the guy. He's come back to United with the best of intentions. That's what I'd say. We're the ones who've not matched up to it. And unfortunately, he is a bigger, better player than what we can offer him right now. We're not going to win trophies, I don't think, at the moment. We're rebuilding under Ten Hag, and it's a process, and it's going to take a long time. And Ronaldo needs immediate success. It's the final years of his career. He's still good enough to play for any team in the world, if you ask me. And he wants to be in the final years of his 30s now, the final twilight of his career, actually regularly playing for a top side. That's the level of the guy. I can't fault his ambition. He's such an ambitious guy. That's what he wants. He didn't sign up for this crap. You remember that interview he gave to Sky Sports middle of last season, where he said, I didn't come here to finish 6th. I've come here to win trophies. Well, we haven't given him those trophies. It doesn't look like we're giving him those trophies. Maybe if United had been ambitious this window and gone out and signed 5 top players already and spent 200 million, then maybe Cristiano Ronaldo would feel a little bit better about us maybe snagging a trophy, challenging for the Premier League. Who knows? But not at the moment with how things are. Not at the moment with how things are. So Fabrizio confirming that it's true. Jonathan Traeger also said that the Ronaldo news is true. He loves Manchester United, but he doesn't feel that the club currently matches his ambition and knows he's reaching the latter stage of his football career. A few teams are interested. MUFC want him to stay. Decision to be made in the coming days. Okay? And then also we've had a report just come out recently in the last sort of few minutes, just 10 minutes ago. Samuel Luckhurst suggesting that Manchester United have reiterated that Cristiano Ronaldo is not for sale and under contract for another year. And that's how I want us to stay. That's the stance I want us to take, guys. You're our player. You're leaving next summer on a free. That's it. Sorry, he will be unhappy. He will be sad. He will be unhappy. We will be keeping him hostage, guys. That's the situation. I'm sorry to say. We'll have to put duct tape on him and everything. He's a hostage, but hey, I'd rather have him here than not. Because without his goals, we're screwed. We're not going to go and sign another top player right now because we're in Europa League guff merchant position. So how are we going to replace him suitably? We're not going to replace him. He's the sort of guy who can get you 25 league goals a season. We're not going to replace that. Even if we do go and sign a Christopher Nkunku. It's a good signing, of course, but it's not Ronaldo. It's not Cristiano the GOAT. Zayn Miyasi, oh for fuck's sake. Zayn Miyasi, thank you for your super chat, mate. He says, shame he's leaving. Mid-table for you, Piggy. Losing 20 plus. He's not fucking going anywhere, Zayn. You know why? Because he's a United player. He's contracted to Manchester United and we don't need to sell him. It's pretty obvious to me. We just keep him until he goes and his contract runs out next season, pal. We don't need to sell him. He doesn't need to go anywhere. He's not going anywhere, pal. It's as simple as that. Okay, fair enough. If Bayern want to give us a player, give us a shitload of cash, make a ridiculous offer for Ronaldo, then fair enough. But he's not going. He's too old for that. He's not going to command huge money. We don't have to sell him. He's ours, mate. Sorry to say, Ronaldo, you're not going anywhere. You're ours, lad. Zayn Miyasi says he can be reborn at Arsenal with Europa League and then move to P. I can't even laugh at your bullshit jokes today, Zayn. I'm so furious, mate. Zane, thank you for your super chat there, man. Anthony gets in the live chat as well with the super chat. He says he's a player for 12 months, end of. Okay, he is only going to be a player for Manchester United for another year, right? So that was always the plan. He's coming in. I mean, I think they had an extra option to exercise an extra option for a year. But, I mean, I don't think that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be here beyond the end of this coming season anyway. We never thought that. We always thought he'd be leaving, maybe with a final swan song for Sporting Lisbon or maybe somewhere else. Because let's face it, this guy's still good enough to play for any of the top teams in the world. This guy would bang you 25 league goals in the Prem, for fuck's sake. We're going to let that guy go, aren't we? Nah, it's not going to happen. United are not going to sell this guy, I don't think, guys. And if they do, it's going to have to take a pretty hefty, cheeky little offer. You know, we've talked about the price that Bayern are looking to get from Robert Lewandowski from Barcelona. Now, they've already had a couple of offers, 30 million, 40 million euros. Now it's getting to the stage where it's like, hang on, yes, this guy is a phenom of a goal scorer, but he's 33. It's like, you know, come on, like, let's play the game a little bit here. But they can't because he's worth too much to them, even for a year. If they keep Lewandowski for a year, he's going to bang you 50 goals. That's worth a lot to them. It's the same for us. Ronaldo's worth too much for us. We can't let him go anywhere. So as much as it's keeping somebody hostage, or he will be playing while he's unhappy, and he's shacking, and we're shackling the greatest of all time, and we're lowering his standard, which we are doing. We're actually forcing him to play Europa League guff. That's what we're doing. But at the end of the day, this guy is a great player, and we can't get rid of him. He's too big. He's too important player for us. Aiden Phoenix has used the money for a young, hungry striker, but there isn't the money in terms of a young, hungry striker. What money do you expect to get for Cristiano? Let's just ask the live chat then. I mean, how much money do you think it would take? How much money do you expect to get for Cristiano Ronaldo, guys? He's fucking 37, mate. He's basically fucking Gandalf the Grey at this stage. Who's going to cough up money for somebody who's nearly 40? They're not going to pay 60 million quid for Ronaldo, are they? He's fucking ancient. Even though he's got the conditions of a fucking whippersnapper, he's not actually, he's old. 60 million max, 25, 20, 20. Yeah, see, that's the sort of figure I'm talking about as well. Realistically, how can you pay more than 25 mil for somebody who's 37? Even if it is Ronaldo. I mean, I know we got a steal for him last season. 13 million it was that we paid for him, or somewhere in that region. Crikey, I mean, God, his value to Manchester United just to keep him for this year banging goals in is at least 50 or 60 million. And the reason I say 50 or 60 million is because that's how much it will cost us to go and buy another good player, another good prospect, another good goal scorer that is probably not going to score as many goals as Ronaldo, but will hopefully help us out and help us to stop being completely shit. But really, there's we can't get a Haaland or an Mbappe or a Robert Lewandowski to replace him. So we're going to end up getting some fucking Timmy Tiny testicles on the cheap. That's probably what's going to happen. So I don't want Ronaldo to go anywhere, folks. I'm disgusted with the whole situation. And I just hope that this doesn't transpire into him leaving the football club. I hope that we do keep him. And I hope that United have this mentality that Samuel Luckhurst has reported this evening here, which is Man United reiterate Ronaldo is not for sale and under contract for another year. So that's what I'm all about. I'm not interested in hearing this bollocks that Ronaldo's leaving, to be honest. But there are some clubs interested, apparently. So Angelo Mangiante reporting that Cristiano Ronaldo wants to play Champions League football. And also Chelsea have inquired about CR7. And also Napoli have asked about Cristiano Ronaldo's situation. But Man United do not plan to sell Ronaldo at the moment. David Spray, thank you for being a member for 20 months, bro. You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much, very much indeed, for getting in here. He says, legends sell shirts, Ronaldo scores goals. That's right, man. Well, he does both, this guy. I mean, he's an absolute bloody legend, this guy. We can't let him go. Thank you so much, David Spray, for being a member all that time. Guys, get some mad love hearts in the live chat for David. Zayn Miassi super chatted again, and I missed it. And he said, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, Smith Rowe, and they got all shit players, mate. All you have is Rashford. If we get Gnabry, it's Curtin. Can't you? Just say, now's not the time, mate. You're listing crap players, mate. These are not Bergkamp, Henry. You're actually making a fool of yourself, Zane. Anyway, listen. Thank you, Rushmano. He says subscribe to the channel. Let's compose ourselves a moment here, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Do us a favor and like the video. Drop a thumbs up on the video. We've got 400 legends watching. Let's see if we can get 400 likes on this stream. Share it around on the socials. Hit the subscribe, smash the like, and have your say in the chat, folks. Oh, man. So, look, United are reiterating the fact that we don't want to get rid of Cristiano Ronaldo. And of course we don't. If there's not a huge, massive, juicy, stupendous offer, then we should do everything in our power to keep hold of this guy, because he's the goatest of all time, in my opinion. So why would you want to let this guy go for anything short of an absolute fortune? It's kind of like the situation the first time around. We didn't want Ronaldo to go. He wanted to go. We had to let him go in the end, really, because the money became a point where it was like, okay, 80 million quid, that's mad, world record. Remember, 80 million quid at the time was a lot more than 80 million quid now. I mean, obviously Ronaldo made a mockery of that 80 million quid price tag that when we sold him to Real. But I'm just saying, like, there comes a point, and nowadays it'd probably be close to that 80 million, I think. Like 50 million, 60 million. I wouldn't take any less than 50 or 60 million. And that's with the knowledge that I can go and then sign a couple of really great, younger, hungrier strikers. And that would actually make good investment sense. But let's face it, this guy is 37. But the problem is, we can't get the top players right now. And Ronaldo is a top player. And his goals are invaluable to us. I mean, with a team actually playing good football behind him, just who knows how many goals Ronaldo could score for us this season. We had a vote the other day. Let's have a vote now. If Ronaldo was to stay in the Premier League and play for United with Ten Hag's team firing reasonably well behind him, how many goals is he getting this season? I say 25, guys. Let us know what you think. 25 goals. He's still that good. He still would be the top goal scorer in the league, or one of the top goal scorers in the league. He's literally that valuable to us. We know that he got 18 league goals in one of the worst Manchester United sides in all existence, and that's while coming in a few games late during when the season's already begun. So, in my opinion, he could get 25, no problem. 22 says Vicky Dean. Turtlehead says 30. NK Shooter says 25. 7 says Abdi Leepax. 30 says Duncan Bolifo. 10 says Connor. 34 says Lynette. 20 plus says Any Evans. 28. So let's just say 22 then. 22 goals, which is 4 more than he got this season. I think that's reasonable, considering how gash United were last season and how hopeful we are for the next season under Ten Hag. And if we sign players and if we play better, we should score more goals. So let's just say 22. So we're prepared to let 22 goals, which could be the difference between Champions League football and not. We're prepared to let 22 almost guaranteed goals, not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed goals, just walk out the door for not very much money and go to bloody shitty Chelsea or something, is it? That's not going to happen, is it? I mean, look, maybe there's a deal to be done with the Chelsea Gummers, maybe in regards to a player like N'Golo Kante. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to see Ronaldo go anywhere. It's not going to happen for me. But just imagine if something like that happened. It would be crazy, wouldn't it? It'd be crazy. Also, look, Bayern Munich, so Napoli are interested, but they're rivals with Juventus. I don't know if Cristiano Ronaldo is going to go there. Oh, Zayn Miassi with another super chat. Guys, can we get a sue in the live chat for Zayn? And it's a sad sue. It's literally like a sue at the moment because it's sad, mate. Ronaldo's leaving. I feel genuinely sad, mate, if he's leaving. Look, he might not leave. Hopefully he stays this season. I honestly hope Ronaldo stays. I honestly hope Man United make him stay because he's contracted. Zane says, I'm diverting my super chat budget to buy out his contacts and get him to the Arsenal. Says Amy Assie, fucking hell, saying you're going to need a lot, my son, for Cristiano to convince him to go to those fucking bottle job merchants, lad. So you do realise, Amy Assie, the whole reason why Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave Manchester United is because he wants Champions League football and he wants to play for an ambitious football club that's going to win things. And you're suggesting he goes to the fucking Arsenal, my son? I mean, come on. Get your head tested, Zane, lad. Do you know what I mean? Get your head tested, son. So, right, so we got a few more bits and bobs about this, guys. You know, the Ronaldo news is true. Look, he's got big concerns about the situation. Ronaldo has concerns over Man United's lack of signings and the perceived inability to compete for major trophies, which is the case. That is the case, guys. Hang on a sec. We've got another update here, folks. Check this one out. Excellent. David Ornstein has also got on the case. Fantastic. Look at this. Is fantastic, guys, though, isn't it? Yeah. Whoa, hold on. We've got an update from Ornstein here. Well, give me a second here, folks. Let's get this up on the screen for you. This has come out a few minutes ago. Let's have a look at this latest update. Check this out, folks. Okay. That's not the one, is it? Okay, let's have a look at this one, folks. So that's the other one that we had a look at earlier. But check this one out, dudes. We have got an interesting new piece of informazione that's come out, which is basically, hang on, I'm shit in the bed here, folks. Let me replace that one there. Okay, great. Right, nice. I'll get this update on screen for you eventually here, guys. Eventually, it's coming. And there it is, guys. There it is. This is a new update 12 minutes ago from David Ornstein. View from Manchester United is that Cristiano Ronaldo is not for sale. Sue! Come on! Get in! Of course he's fucking not for sale. This is, even if he does want to leave, we've just got to put our foot down on this one. You can leave in a year, Cristiano. For now, you need to bang us goals and take us back to Champions League glory, my son. Get us back in the Champions League and win us a trophy. We can still win a trophy this season. We must be one of the favourites, especially if we do have a good summer window to sign players in order to get the Europa League. We've got to be one of the favourites for it, especially with Ronaldo. I know he doesn't want to be scoring Europa League goals. He's not interested in that shit. But look, in one way, if we actually did win the trophy, he's already got Champions Leagues, you know. He's already got Champions League trophies. They're 10 a penny. You know what I mean? Europa League, he hasn't got one of those on his mantelpiece. It's a chance for another trophy, mate, you know. So, yeah, and that's what I'd be telling him anyway. I'd be saying, look, you want legacy? Add another trophy. You know, you want legacy? Let's get another trophy. So, yeah, that's right. Fair enough, Sean. He'll never get another chance to win Europa League ever again. That's exactly it, mate. Where he needs the Europa League, says Fire Up, precisely. If he wants to complete the complete set of all the European Cups, well, he's got to win that Europa, guys. You know? That's what I'd be telling him. You've got to play in the Europa League, Ronaldo. You don't know what you're missing, son. No, but in all seriousness, though, when it does get down to the latter stages of that tournament, it's just as good as cup to win as any, really. Okay, it's not the Champions League, but you get a final, you get that big victory, you get the game, and then guess what? You're in the European Super Cup. You actually get to play the winner of the, of the Champions League, and then the winner of that goes on to the Club World Cup. I believe so. Anyway, if that's still the case, it's an amazing competition, guys. At least that's what I'm telling myself this year, because we're in it. But when you do get through the latter stages, that's when it becomes important, and that's when it is an exciting tournament. And if Ronaldo's still here then, and if we are in that stage of the tournament, then he's going to be one of the best players you can have in the world to get you the winners in that tournament and get you to win it. So, yeah, I definitely think that, look, we've got to try and just keep hold of him. We don't want to get rid of him. He's not for sale as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely not for sale, guys. I wouldn't sell him for a huge amount of money. I'm honest. I'm being serious. I think 50 million minimum. And nobody would pay that for somebody of that age. But 50 million minimum to me makes a bit of a sense. Laurie Whitwell's tweeted a few minutes ago as well and said that Man United have been working on the belief that Cristiano will stay at the club for the 2022-23 season, hence leaving Liverpool to Darwin Núñez. Erik ten Hag could get creative, but a Ronaldo departure would put United very light at the centre forward. Targets in other positions being advanced currently. So we are looking at other options, guys. We've even talked of maybe, there's even rumours of people like Nkunku, even Zlatan. So, look, who knows what's going on, but I think that a Ronaldo departure would be absolutely catastrophic for Manchester United right now. It would bring about a serious negative wave, and maybe it would be a blessing in disguise if we sign the right replacements, but you know what our recruitment's like, guys. We've got the greatest player in the world, one of them at the club right now. Let's keep him here. Let's not get rid of him. And also, Laurie Whitwell also went on to say that being said, United are adamant Ronaldo is not for sale. Still turbulence to navigate. So let's face it, Ronaldo, if he's a big entity, if he's very unsettled and unhappy at Manchester United, maybe it comes to a point when you're like, well, maybe we should just get rid of him, because otherwise he's not really gonna be the same Cristiano if he's not happy. But I personally think this, and let me know if you agree. By the way, Rushmano, thank you for a £5 super chat, mate. He says, sounds like CR7 pushing the Glazers into a true rebuild. Oh, I love that mentality, Rushy. I love that mentality. There you go. We've not got the same ambition. We haven't signed any of the players that we need before the tour just yet. There are players that are expected to come in soon, but we haven't got any of them just yet. Ronaldo's looking for more ambition, definitely. I mean, yeah, I think that if this was the case, if Ronaldo had thought about this a while ago, you could be onto something there, Rushy, because surely if Ronaldo wanted to leave, he'd already have been talked, this would have already happened right at the start of the summer window. Why fanny around, why fanny around? I think you could be onto something there. Also, like there was tickets in Australia for a game in Perth and various places in Australia, I believe. But one of them I remember seeing like being marketed for definitely Ronaldo's playing in this game. So buy your tickets and that kind of thing. And so for that reason, no, there was never any intention for him to go. So his previous understanding was that he was going to stay, I think, and everybody else's understanding. We saw Bruno Fernandes's quotes the other day that he doesn't think he's going to go anywhere. And I think that's always been the stance. But yeah, look, Ronaldo maybe is putting a bit of pressure on the board now to get these deals done and to sign the right players. Just think about it. Just what a terrifying prospect. We've done all this work to get all the team improved in every area, and then we're weakened by our goal scorer wanting to leave, or let's say he does go. Our goal scorer wanting to leave. We're completely weakened. We have to sign somebody else. I mean, it just throws everything up in the air, guys. It could be a calamitous season without Ronaldo, I think. Rushmano, thank you so much for that, boss. Crikey, Zane, would you put a sock in it, mate, lad? He says, Pig, don't forget we nearly signed him in 2003. It's time to correct the historic mistake. History is about to be made. Zane, are you actually serious, mate? Like, sometimes I do question whether you're typing these messages from within a padded cell or something like that, but like, like you're Hannibal Lecter in a fucking cell with one of those face masks on, mate. And you're like, a nice Chianti and some fava beans, because you sound like a fucking psychopath, Zane. What you're about? Join Arsenal. What are you on, Zane? You know what I mean? What the fuck are you on, bud? He's leaving because he's got ambition, Zane. He's leaving because he wants to go and play Champions League football, Zane. That's why he wants to leave. It's not because he wants to go play for shitty Arsenal with his bloody hell, Zane. Anyway, so thank you for that though, boss. Right, we are going to have a big Q&A at the end, folks. Don't worry, I'm going to get into all your thoughts and opinions. I've just got to get this all off my chest and cover the latest updates that are coming out. But yeah, Rashmano could be onto something there. We could be onto trying to pressure the Glazers. He's trying to get these deals pushed over the line. I mean, that's the point as well. But really, look, if I'm Ronaldo, I've got to be honest now. I probably would want to leave Man United. The Glazers are running this club into the ground. We've got a new coach just come in. There's a big question mark over how successful it's going to be. He wants to win trophies. He's a GOAT player. He's the Champions League's all-time great. And he wants to go play over there. It's perfectly reasonable. He's got a finite time left. In fact, some would say that this is his last chance. This is Ronaldo's last chance this season. I know maybe he's a physical freak. Maybe he'll still be able to do it at 39, but maybe this is his last season to really be able to do it at the top level for a top club in the top competition. Maybe it is. He's going to diminish just like anybody at some point. He's only human. So I wouldn't begrudge him wanting to leave. I wouldn't begrudge him being unhappy and wanting to leave. I just hope that it's not true. And I hope that even if he does want to leave, Man United stick by our guns and we stick by the fact that we've got a contract that's due to be honoured. And we keep him to the end of the season, regardless of how happy or unhappy he is. Sorry to say. But I just hope that we can get a nice resolution on this. I hope what happens now is Ten Hag sits him down on Monday when he comes in for pre-season. They have a nice, lovely chat and a conversation. And obviously what we decide is that we're going to sign all these amazing players to make it, to make it as likely as possible that we are going to win a tournament or a cup or something, And he can add that Europa League trophy to his cabinet, which he doesn't have. Yeah, get those Champions League trophies all you want, mate, but the Europa, that's one that you don't have. Come and get it. Westy05, thank you for your super chat, my son. He says, Ronaldo should go to Bayern if he does want to leave. Yeah, I agree. That's the destination for him. Fuck Chelsea. He's not going to go to Chelsea anyway, guys. Ronaldo wouldn't do us like that. He's also, I doubt it, going to go to Napoli because of the Juventus rivalry and all that sort of stuff. I don't see it happening either. I think if anybody's going to have him, it's going to be Bayern Munich, and that's because they're going to sell Robert Lewandowski to Barcelona, and then they're going to be looking for a suitable replacement. What a great ready-made replacement, almost a perfect replacement straight away there. Robert Lewandowski, just for a season or two, banging the goals in the German league, winning the Bundesliga, and getting them to the latter stage of the Champions League, no doubt. So it would be a perfect signing for Bayern, and for him, it ticks every single box that he could possibly want. It's actually a new league where he can score goals probably easier than he can in the Premier League as well to add to his tally, but it's a new league, so he can get a new trophy. He's already won the Italian League, the Premier League, the Spanish League, and the European Championships for Portugal and the Nations League and stuff. He's won some things, but it's another opportunity to get a different domestic league. And if he did that, well, you couldn't really begrudge him, could you? It makes a lot of sense for his career and his legacy. Sleep tight. Thank you for getting in here. It says Arteta out. Sue. Arteta in, more like. Right, hold on. More updates are coming out here, folks. Hang on. Guys, take a moment. We're almost at 200 likes on the stream. Do us a massive favor and smash that like button. Help us compete against the clickbait merchants, the corporation channels, and the wankers. Do us a favor and smash that like button. It's free to do so. Drop a thumbs up. Let's get this sucker to 200 likes as soon as possible. And also give it a share and smash the subscribe if you're new. In fact, if you're new, guys, hit that subscribe button. We're on here every night giving you the latest updates in regards to Manchester United, all the goings on over this transfer window. And it's been a hectic couple of days for United, but this is not the bit of news that we needed right now, in all fairness. This is terrible news, and it's just disappointing, guys. Massively disappointing if it's true. I think it is true, because Ronaldo, it makes sense that he wants to go and play for a club like Bayern or somebody that's got ambitions to win things. And right now, we're in a rebuild. So I think it is true. Let's just have a look at some of these updates that have come out here. Yep, Manchester United remain steadfast in their view. Cristiano Ronaldo is not for sale. Nice. Yeah, what's this shit? What's this shit from Joan Laporta? What's this shit? Laporta, I'm going to do everything I can in my power so that Frankie stays here. But there's also a salary issue, and that would have to be adjusted. What's this shit? What's this shit that's you just sent me here, Rushman, my son? Fucking hell. Joan Laporta on the Frankie de Jong situation. There are clubs that want him. These are quotes that have just come out from Joan Laporta and Frankie de Jong. There are clubs that want him, not just United. Oh, fucking hell. Don't do this to me. What is going on here? Hang on. We've got an update here from, there's a source, Rashad Rahman here. FC Barcelona a specialist, and it says, quotes from Joan Laporta on Frankie. There are clubs that want him, not just United. We have no intention of selling him. He wants to stay. What? Laporta said Frankie is considered as one of the best midfielders in the world by all the experts. We are happy to have him. I'm going to do everything. This is just them trying to squeeze a couple of extra million out of us or some shite, right? I hope this is not the case. What the fuck's this all about, Rushmano, lad? Holy shit. You are kidding me. Imagine if if the De Jong deal fell down now. Imagine if they got the monies from elsewhere. Imagine if they decide they can't spend that much money on Robert Lewandowski, so they're not going to do that. Fucking hell. Chelsea want De Jong, says Scott Berg. That has been reported as well recently as well. Other clubs are interested in Frankie. And it looks like, crikey, there's other people sniffing around, man. Berber says it gets from bad to worse. How you doing there, Berber? Mate, this is absolutely shocking, isn't it? It's getting from bad to worse. So there's just new quotes come out from Joan Laporta in regards to Frankie de Jong saying that he doesn't want him to leave and go anywhere, and, they're not planning on selling him. What is this, bombshell day? What's going on? First Ronaldo leaving, and now fucking Frankie de Jong deal is in question? What the hell is going on? Again, Bragana says it gets worse and worse for United. Oh, man. Sean Nettleton says, but PSG are all about the public image. They would love to be the club that got Ronaldo and Messi together. You're so right. Hey, that's a really interesting point. And actually, it's a good point. Yeah, would Ronaldo go and play in a Farmers League, though? That's the difference. But wow. I mean, maybe if they didn't have Mbappe still, if they hadn't spent all that money on Mbappe, if he'd have gone, I could actually see a situation where they do spend a lot to get Ronaldo in. But I don't know about that right now. Michael says, LFC are looking to hijack the De Jong deal. Didn't think De Jong would come. He doesn't want to leave Barca, says James T. But surely there's assurances that's been made, for fuck's sake. This guy, surely we haven't been negotiating, sending people over to Barca, fucking on the blower to them, doing negotiations, protracted negotiations. All these journalists reporting there's an agreement in place in principle. We haven't been doing all this work. If he doesn't want to fucking come to us, he surely made it aware that if Barca push him out, he would come. So I just got no... It's fucking unbelievable. Yeah, I know. I just saw that, Mojo Jojo. I just saw that, mate. De Jong wants to stay. Yeah, I just saw that, mate. I just saw it, but I've got it, mate. I've just got it, mate. I've just been talking about it, bro. We got quotes from Laporta here that say this. I'm going to do everything I can in my power so that Frankie stays here. But there's also a salary issue, and that would have to be adjusted. Mate, what the actual fuck? When is Ronaldo due in, says MUFC? Well, he's supposed to be coming back with the rest of the first team squad around about Monday. Amit Kumar says, calm down, Piggy. Laporta said the same thing about Messi. Yeah, I mean, look, this is also them, like I said a minute ago. It's also highly possible they're just saying these sorts of things in order to try and squeeze a little bit of extra cash out. But it is very frustrating when you hear, fucking hell, this deal we've been working on for weeks is in jeopardy, and that our star player's going to be fucking leaving, mate. It's a fucking shit show. Pig looking forward to gaming actions this year, says the VA golfer. Can't wait for the game at Anfield. We're going to smash you up, son. Take Dembele off Barcelona, says Abdi Leebacks. Neymar wants out, so Ron to PSG as possible, says Michael. I guess so. I mean, if Neymar does go, that's it. I saw some reports about that as well earlier, mate. If Neymar does want out, and that does happen, then that'll be oh man. Well, then the fucking Neymar to United bullshit merry-go-round's going to start hotting up as well. We don't need Ronaldo, says Wavy Bone. I mean, I personally think United, we do need Ronaldo. I think we do. He's our goal scorer, man. This is a guy still good enough to get 18 league goals in a proper shit Man United side, one of the worst of all time, mate. Of course we need Ronaldo. He's one of the greatest players in the world. How are we going to replace him? We can't replace him. We're in the Europa League. Nobody wants to come and play for us, mate. How can we keep him? How can we replace him? I wouldn't take Neymar even. Let's ask the live chat, guys. Would you take Neymar at Manchester United? Yes or no? Let me know. Would you take Neymar at Manchester United, guys? Yes or no? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Me, it's a big fat no. He's on too much money. He's a big twat of a man. He's fucking diving, little crying melt. I don't want him in my team, mate. He's an absolute pussy. There you go. I said it. I don't want him in the team, guys. I want some bollocks in the team, not some little pansy man. He's an absolute roll around on the floor for fucking breathing on him type guy. He's always diving, he's always rolling around, he's always simulating, he's always fucking cheating. I'm not into it, mate. He's a fucking pussy. Zayn Miassi, thank you very much for the... Thank you so much, Zayn Miassi, for another super chat. What is your issue, Zayn Miassi? You know what I mean? What is your major malfunction, kid? He said this. He said, Pig, sign some ladyboys when you go to Bangkok. They like lots of balls. Also, De Jong, keep it classy, Zayn Miassi, lad. Keep it classy, mate. You're a disgrace, Zayn. Get your head out of the gutter, lad. Oh, my goodness me, Zayn. Rushmano says we got 197 likes, guys. Let's have a little Bacon Brigade like spike and see if we can get this over 200. Everybody, let's smash a thumbs up. Drop a like, boost us up in the algorithm, all that. Yeah, nice one. What's going on? So let's just have a recap, folks. So David Ornstein earlier on, look, you can see from this. Thank you for subscribing there, Wavy Bone. You can see view from Manchester United is that Cristiano Ronaldo is not for sale and remains under contract with them for another year. So let's just let me just see what happens here. Actually, let me get a vote in the live chat. I'm going to ask the live chat, guys. Let's have a little vote in the chat, see what you guys are saying about this. I've put a poll in the chat. So, come the end of it, we know that Man United's stance is he's not for sale. I guess it would take quite a substantial offer from a team in order to change Man United's mind, i.e. paying 50 million quid or something for somebody who is 37, or 60 million quid or something quite ridiculous like that. So he's not for sale. But let's ask the live chat. I've put a little poll in the chat. The question I'm simply asking is, does Ronaldo stay or does he go? Let us know your thoughts. I hope that he stays, and I think that he will stay because he's worth too much to Manchester United to just let him go for a cheap amount of money, and I think he's too old for another club to want to pay a huge amount of money for him. Apart from, like Sean Nettleton said, maybe a club like PSG, who are just a bunch of commercial whorebags and will have fucking money for days and just bring the whole game into disrepute and sign players like Neymar for 193 million, do fucking ridiculous stuff like this because they're a bunch of financial fair play dodging twats. That's what I'm saying. So they could probably just go, oh, you know what? 60 mil for Cristiano at 37. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Because they got so much bloody money. And maybe they could be the club, like Sean said, that reunited the likes, or actually united the likes of Messi and Ronaldo in the same team. Could you imagine it? Every single football fan in the damn world would be tuning in to watch that week to week. So, crikey, in fact, in some commercial ways, it makes a lot of sense for PSG just to spend the money and get him in. I'm not saying Ronaldo would go to that shitty Farmers League, but at least he would win a trophy. At least he's going to be playing in the Champions League. But then again, it just doesn't do that much for legacy, does it? Look at Messi over there. He's won another trophy in the French Farmers League. Nobody gives a toss. Who cares? It's done nothing for his profile. It's just muddied his record, if anything. His legs went years ago, says James. The Hoop Man's loving it. Vincent says, Pig, look at the way he plays for United. Get on Man United back into the Champions League. Winning the Champions League, we UEFA Cup, we get that boy back in the Champions League. Yeah, if we could get him in the Champions League, but we haven't got Champions League football this year. Mikey, thank you so much for the £5 super chat, you Don. He says, we've had too many brand FC players at the club. Pogba, Lingard, Ronaldo have all been about them in branding. A new team first aesthetic is way forward. Yeah, I see what you're saying. In a way, it's a chance to cash in on somebody that's quite old. But this guy isn't an ordinary older player. And from a commercial point of view, when did that become a bad thing? As long as they're a great player. No, I understand what you're saying. Brand FC. When did it become a bad thing to have a player like that, as long as they're doing the business for you? I know Ronaldo isn't a huge brand, but look, you can't compare it to Pogba and Lingard. They may be brands, they may be Instagram players, but they're actually shit players. They actually don't perform. Ronaldo does. I don't think it's fair to even put him in the same category as those guys, to be fair. He is about the brand. He is a hugely commercial player. But that's great for a club like United. That's gonna interest players. Crikey, this could have a knock-on effect. I mean, think about it. If you're a player thinking of signing for Manchester United and you're a fan of Ronaldo and you've got the GOAT to play with and he pisses off to Bayern, is that going to increase your likeliness or not of wanting to go? So, look, that's what I'm saying. He's got that sort of allure. He's got that pull. People want to play with Ronaldo. People want to watch Ronaldo. There's people in Portugal right now who tune into Manchester United games every single week just to watch Ronaldo. And there's people all over the world who do that too. And once Ronaldo's gone, they don't give a toss. They'll go watch his new team. That's literally Cristiano Ronaldo's ability to pull people in. He's a commercial. He's the most famous. He's like the most popular, most followed footballer in the world. So it is a huge positive to have him at the club. I don't think it's a negative. But then again, if we could get some no-nonsense youngsters who are hungry and then the next crop of superstars, then yeah, great. But who are those people? We don't have Champions League football to entice the likes of Mbappe. Think you guys will struggle next season, says Jose Bravo. Yeah, dark by design. We've got lots of information coming out in regards to De Jong here. I know. So we've seen the quotes from Joan Laporta. If you haven't seen them, I can see a couple of people talking about it in the chat. So it's not just the Cristiano Ronaldo news. There's also quotes from Joan Laporta that say that Frankie is not really for sale. He's not. They're trying to do their best to keep hold of him. Fabrizio Romano's given us an update, says that Cristiano Ronaldo does not believe Man United can win the Premier League next season. He is dismayed that the club have not yet made a signing. So that's what it's coming down to. Hey, look, this could be putting pressure on from Cristiano Ronaldo to the Glazers and to the recruitment team here to get some belly business done as well. There is that, but it just doesn't surprise me if he doesn't want to play Europa League guff. But let's face it, he's pushing now. We want some signings. The season's about to start. We haven't got anybody in. Malacia is coming soon. But that's no good, guys. We need to get some bloody ballers in here to play alongside Cristiano. He can't do it all himself. What's he going to do? You know? Tielemans, great shout, Anthony Banks. Right, okay, now's the time. This is what we have to do. This is what the shithouse Glazers have to do if they want to actually have a successful season and save this football club from turning into an even more mediocre fucking standard cash fest, turn it into a new fucking Arsenal or something. If they don't want us to do that, this is what they have to do. They have to keep Ronaldo. They have to convince him that, at the very least, that we're going to challenge for domestic honours. At the very least, and the Europa League, at the very least. In order to do that, we have to sign top players. We have to spend. We have to sell all the shit players. Generate as much cash as possible. Sign the likes of De Ligt. Sign the likes of Tielemans. Make some ambitious signings. Not just sign De Jong. That's not enough. We need to sign several quality players. Absolute ballers. That's what we should be doing anyway. That's what an ambitious football club would do. So that's what we need to do. And maybe if we could do that, then Ronaldo would get what he wants. But right now, this is such an unambitious transfer window. Jim Watkins says, exactly, Pig, you took the words out of my mouth. We need to show some bloody bollocks. Glazers want Super League, said it before and still believe it. So yeah, that's all they want, days gone. They just want the most weight. They would call Manchester United Stadium the shithouse stadium if they got a fucking $1 billion transfer deal from fucking Andrex. Do you know what I mean? They would call it whatever they could if they got enough money for it. They don't give a toss. Steven says, how would you make me feel happy again? I have no idea, bro. Ronaldo has a poor attitude for someone who's paid too much, says Sean. Tielemans doesn't want to leave, says Robin. I understand that he is. He does want to leave. I mean, Fabrizio said he wants to. So why not? Why do you think that? Sam Collins says, do you want Mbappe then or Messi better than Ronaldo? I don't want Mbappe or Messi. No, they're not going to get him anyway. We can't get him anyway. And no, they're not better than Ronaldo. Neves over Tielemans. Good shout, Ghost98 as well. Good shout, mate. Absolutely. Fucking absolutely, mate. Neves and Tielemans. Neves over Tielemans. Don't forget Neves over Tielemans. Neves and Tielemans, mate. You know, let's be fucking ambitious. Man United transfer window's a dumpster fire, says Westy. Sean says PSG want rid of Kimpembe as well. Fabramano said, interesting. Haroli, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. How you doing? He says, Pigo, you legend. 60k by next week. Thank you, Haroli. Appreciate you, Haroli, you legend, mate. Spurs scummer Haroli, but a heck of a nice guy. Thank you very much. Can we get a sue? Can we get a sad sue in the live chat, please, for Haroli? Thank you, bro. Scott Berg says, put a £50 million fee on Ronaldo. Yeah, great shout. If you're going to sell him, you got to get maximum money for him, even though he's 37. He's a commercial entity. For any club, they're going to benefit not just on the pitch, but off the pitch also. So he does have a lot of value, even though he's old. And even though he's only got a year left on his contract. In fact, you know what? He might be the player in the world that, for his age and for his length of his contract, he's definitely the most valuable player in the world when you look at it from those factors. Because he's just unbelievable. If he had a 5-year contract still, he'd be worth 90 million. You know, it's ridiculous. He's such a good player. Sam Collins says, you want Haaland and then Harry Kane? Well, okay. I mean, Harry Kane was a conversation a while ago. Harry Kane is not a conversation now because Spurs have Champions League football. Harry Kane was unhappy last season because he didn't want to go to those shithouses Spurs and stay there and play Europa League. Now they've got Champions League football. He wanted to move, but they're not moving anywhere now, guys. He's not going anywhere now because they've got Champions League football and Conte's there. It's an exciting time. Unfortunately, we can't get Son Heung-min or Kane or any of these players that we should be getting because they're actually slightly ahead of us at the moment, believe it or not. Even the shithouses Spuds. We're a bigger, better club, of course, but from what we can offer players, we can't offer players necessarily the Champions League football, of course, anytime soon. We don't know what we're competing for this year. Liam H, thank you so much for the super chat, boss. He says, it's weird. I think CR7 going will be a good thing. He will create the crisis that is needed to start the downfall of the Glazers. The night before the dawn. Wow, I love that philosophical stuff. Liam H, lad, I like your style. Maybe you're right. Let's face it, this is just unacceptable running of the football club from the Glazers. That's why we're here to begin with. We shouldn't be in the Europa League shit. It's all from their lack of ambition and spending money badly and having a wanky banker spend a lot of their money and all sorts over the years while we're down here. It's just such a low standard. So, yeah. Amy says, thank you so much for that, bro. Amy says, what a night we're having. All I'm hearing is gash pig, says Amy Evans. It's just gash, guys. It is. That's the word that sums it up. It's just disgusting. I mean, look, there's some bloody quotes about De Jong wanting to stay come out from Joan Laporta now. It's just getting from bad to worse, this transfer window. We thought it was going good. We thought we were getting a few players in. And now we've had a complete bombshell of shite drop on our heads. Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave. I can't bloody Adam and Eve it, guys. I'm disgusted. It's knocked this wind out my sails, guys. And I'm sure a lot of you guys as well. Because we're planning for the season. We're thinking, oh, you know what? I was actually basically thinking, you know what? As long as we can get the midfield sorted out, and as long as we can control games and feed Cristiano Ronaldo, we're going to be okay because he's the GOATest player of all time. He's fucking amazing. He's going to score you 25-plus league goals. He's going to cruise you the goals in Europe, and he's just going to be a complete phenom because that's the nature of the beast. But now it's possible that we might not even have this guy at the football club, and we're going to have to go and sign somebody else, and there'll be a big question mark as to whether or not they can do the job for us. Or even worse, we're going to have to go with something like bloody Rashford or something up front, guys. Or Martial up front or something, guys. It'd be absolutely pathetic. I think could be an even worse season than last season if Ronaldo goes. That is how big of an important player he is. Look, one man doesn't equal a team. I get that. And it's more important. Look at last season. He was isolated up top. The team was shy behind him. Didn't make a difference if you had the best player in the world at the top of the pitch. They weren't getting the ball. So, look, I get it. It doesn't actually make the biggest difference in the world if Ronaldo is gone, as long as we've replaced and strengthened all the other areas in the team. The key word is the team, right? But Ronaldo's such an important part of the team for us right now. Literally banging 18 goals on a shit side in the league that, it would just be foolish to us to let him go. We've just got to keep hold of this guy, regardless of what he wants, regardless of what bids come in, unless a really big bid comes in. And I actually think it does make sense to sell Ronaldo in this window if somebody's prepared to pay a lot of money for him. He's 37 in the day, guys. We've had our fun with him for the last year, and it would be great to have him. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy. I want him to stay. He's the GOAT. We'd be foolish to let him go unless the money becomes too much of a factor that it's like, oh, okay then. Well, in that case, Cristiano Ronaldo can finance us signing a future star. So he can finance us signing 2 new players. We can go and get Christopher Nkunku. We could go and chip in towards Tielemans. And if that's the situation, then it becomes sensible. But would a club like Bayern or any other football club in the world pay that sort of a money for Cristiano Ronaldo at his age? Other than that, less than 50 million, he's not worth selling, guys. He's too important for us. Hey, Big Bear, what's going on? He says, high majority United fans last season were saying he was too old. Yeah, I know. I mean, age is just a number for Ronaldo. His physicality, his physique is just unbelievable. You feel De Jong is not coming to United. That's why Ronaldo's leaving, said Winford Trupp. Right, God, could you imagine, mate? I mean, that would be a final straw for a lot of us. Liam H, thank you for the super chat. He says, Ralph was right, the only truth. Yeah, Ralph was too real for this football club, guys. He said it how it was. That's why they didn't want to keep him around. He was too honest, too open. He's the sort of guy to say, we need 10 new players. We need to spend huge money. We need to get these players in. Everybody's shite. He's the kind of guy to say that. They didn't want to hear that. They want you to stick around with Harry Maguire with a fucking captain's armband on him. It's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So apparently there's a little bit coming through here from a tidbit from Mark Ogden earlier this week. This is via Alex Turk, and it just says that there's quotes that say Man United found it difficult to deal with Barcelona because the club told them one thing and said another thing to the press and fans. They were then wondering which was the real story. So, in regards to this, it doesn't necessarily mean, of course, Doesn't necessarily mean, of course, that that they're not going to sell him. You know, they're not going to sell him. It just could be quite obvious that they're trying to, well, squeeze a bit more cash out of the situation. Maybe, who knows? I mean, it doesn't look good, guys. We've got quotes to say that De Jong's staying. Thank you very much for that info there, Rushmano. You know, it's not looking too good at the moment. It's not looking too good at the moment. These journalists just stirring. I don't know, Maps. I mean, there's so many different journalists coming out. Look at the facts here, guys. So let's have a look at the people that have actually dropped this story today. You know, in regards to the quotes from Laporta, there's good sources we've got, and obviously that's straight from the horse's mouth, his quotes. You can take that with a pinch of salt. It doesn't mean that we're not going to be buying De Jong. It's just him saying that they're going to try and do their best to not sell him, and that he doesn't want to go, and that he wants to stay at Barca, and that's what he's saying. It doesn't sound good, but it's still, look, things like this can happen. And look at Bayern Munich's sporting director. He's been saying that Lewandowski's not going anywhere. They're just trying to squeeze as much money out of Barcelona as possible. So I still expect Barcelona to sign him. I still expect Robert Lewandowski to go, because Robert Lewandowski's quotes have literally been, he's been saying things like he doesn't see himself at Bayern this season and that he wants the club to find him a new destination. He's actually said that publicly. He doesn't want to stay. So, yeah, but their director still says that he's not for sale, but essentially still says that that he doesn't want him to go anywhere. This is what that is, I hope. Otherwise, we could have just fumbled the De Jong deal and lost Ronaldo in the same hour. You know what I mean? Which would be absolutely unbelievable. But look, Ronaldo's ambition is to try and win things, and if we're not able to sign a player like De Jong, which is an ambitious signing, then that could be one of the nails in the coffin right there. Yeah, you can't fumble signings like that. You can't spend the whole summer transfer window for 3 or 4 weeks working on one guy only to not get him. I mean, what sort of a shit show is that? What sort of a message are you sending there? Holy shit, we got 600 people watching the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in the channel tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button on it. Let's have a like spike. See if we can get to 300 likes. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new. We cover all the latest United news every single day and night on this channel and give you all the latest breaking news in a no bullshit way. If you enjoy the show, make sure you subscribe and drop a like and all that jazz. And get yourself involved with the legends in the chat. We are always going to have a big Q&A at the end of the show. So if you're frustrated that you're not getting your comments read out right now, don't worry. We'll go for everybody's at the end. I've just got to react to all the news and cover all the latest goings on before we get into that. But it's a shit show is what it is. Right, so let's just go for it. Let's just go through it. So also, Fabrizio Romano said earlier on, Ronaldo told Man United he wants to leave this summer as he wants to see more ambition. Man United still hopeful of keeping CR7, but aware of the decision. Cristiano has no agreement with any other club. Mendes has explored options for weeks and will continue. There's a few clubs sniffing around, reportedly. Chelsea have an interest. Bayern, of course, if Lewandowski goes. Napoli's another club that is supposed to have an interest in Cristiano. So he's wanted by a lot of clubs. Of course he is, because he's a GOAT. And if the price is right, every team in the world will want him. And that's why we shouldn't bloody let him go. But look, since then, we've seen reports that suggest that, you know, that this guy is not for sale. And look, Samuel Luckhurst says Man United reiterate Cristiano Ronaldo is not for sale and under contract for another year. So hopefully Man United would be able to keep this guy anyway. But the fact is, if you've got a really want-away player on your hands who's deeply unhappy and isn't giving you his 100% best, then that's a big problem, isn't it? It's a problem for the rest of the dressing room. It's a problem for trying to pull everyone in the same direction. And sometimes it's just best to cut your losses and let him go. But the price has to be right. But I'm not saying, I don't think Ronaldo would be like that anyway. Look, I don't have a personal relationship with Ronaldo. I don't know Ronaldo in the dressing room, but he seems like somebody who's super professional. And although he might be very unhappy about not having Champions League football and about not being allowed to leave, well, just suck it up, mate. Fergie did it with him. He wanted to leave a whole year before Fergie let him go, and he had to suck it up and play. And he will have to suck it up again and do it at 37 years of age, sorry to say. And I think he's the sort of professional player that he's still going to give you his all. He's still going to try and score as many goals as he possibly can, even if he really doesn't want to be there. I know that sounds a bit harsh, like we're keeping him hostage, but if he doesn't want to be there, I'm sorry, he's still the guy that's going to bang you a shitload of goals, mate. I don't see him down in tools. Or not wanting to play. He's going to want to be sharp for the World Cup. He's going to want to play for Manchester United for his own legacy to score goals within the Premier League. And if that's all the competitions he's got, he's going to want to win the Europa League and the League Cup and the FA Cup and the Premier League as well. He's going to want to try to do that at the very least. It's not going to happen, but we're going to want to try to do that. So, you know, Ronaldo, we've just got to keep him, guys. We've just got to keep him. Let's have a look at the poll. Let's see how people are voting. So, oh no. So I've asked the live chat and over 500 people have voted. I have asked the live chat, does Ronaldo stay or go? And 38% of the chat says stay, and 62% thinks that he goes. Oh, man. So, it's not looking too good because, let's face it, he's such a goat-tastic goat. He needs to be playing for a big team in the Champions League. Crikey. It's obvious. I mean, I don't begrudge him wanting to go at all, folks. So, there you go, guys. That's pretty much the latest on the Ronaldo situation. He's staying for now. I mean, it's understood that his first option would be to join Bayern Munich and replace Lewandowski. That's what he would be most keen on. These are some reports that have come out. But also, as I said, Napoli and Chelsea are sniffing around him. And like I say, we should just do our utmost to keep him. Let's ask the live chat, though. I'm not asking you, does he stay or does he go now? What I'm asking you is, do you want us to keep him or do you want us to sell him? Let us know, because maybe we could sell him for decent cash and get a young, hungry player who does want to be here. And no disrespect to Ronaldo, he did want to be here, but the goalposts have changed for him, and I understand him not wanting to be here now. Or do you think we should sell him, cash in, or do you think we should keep him at all costs? What do you think? Jarvis Cocker, thank you so much for your super chat here, my son. He says Laporta is lying. He has no power in this because of the rules of La Liga. We will announce De Jong next Friday when a new kit is revealed. Happy days. Jarvis, yeah, I don't think it's anything too much to panic about just yet because we haven't had any there isn't any serious reports that the deal's fallen down or that it's the end of negotiations. All we've seen so far is that there's agreement in principle. So I think you're absolutely right, bud. I think that it's just bullshit words from this guy, to be honest. He's an absolute pot-stirring little twat bag. That's what I reckon. Keep says Dean, and Duncan Belifo. Stay says Josh. Trick question says FIFA. Keep says Liam Grogan. Sell him for peanuts says the Mog. Sell says Alex Moon. Sell says James. Stay says Alex Walker. G-Wall says, I think this is a PR stunt to get the signings in quickly. Could well be, mate. Could well be. What a fantastic bit of genius work by Ronaldo if that is the case, though. Can you just imagine that if they're sat around concocting things? Ronaldo wakes up this morning, right? He wakes up this morning, right? He looks at his phone and he goes, another day, no signings at United. De Jong, where is this guy? And he goes, right, Mendes, this is a piss take now. Get it out there that we're fucking leaving because we've got to do some business. We've got to force him into doing some business. I like your style, bro. Gav Jamsa says, sell him to us, Chelsea. Sell to Chelsea, says Bond Servant. Well, I'll say one thing about this now. He won't be going to piss in Chelsea. There's no chance in Hades that we will be selling him to Chelsea, guys. You can get that idea right out your heads. Definitely not going to happen. You know why? Chelsea are a bunch of shithouses, mate, and Ronaldo's image is too squeaky clean to play for a bunch of shithouse club like that. You know what I mean? Sorry to say. And then secondly, also, he's got that rivalry. We've had that rivalry with Chelsea. They are a club that we've, of course, had rivalries with while he's been a player with us. So I just don't see him going to another Premier League team. He won't stay in the Premier League. He won't be going to City, Liverpool or Chelsea. He won't stay in the Premier League. If Ronaldo is going to go anywhere, he's got too much love and respect for Man United and too much respect for our fan base as well to do that. He will be going abroad. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. There's no way in hell he signs for Chelsea. So don't even worry about that, guys. That just will not happen. Jerome Y, thank you so much for your super chat, Jerome. He says, love your work, mate. Entertaining as always. You're never... It was all right until the last bit with that Scouser drivel. Thank you very much there, Jerome. Appreciate that, bro. Ronaldo being on Chelsea will be a nightmare for United fans. Yeah, it won't happen. Pogo says exactly. He's got too much respect. FIFA says, I don't know. He's going to Real Madrid, says Diogo. Look, Doji Rodrigo, that's the only place he could go along with Bayern. Or maybe PSG. I suppose he could go to a shithouse farmers league if they want to spend the money and make the commercial entity of Messi and Ronaldo playing in the same team happen, which they could do. If they want to spend the money, I could see him going to PSG. Other than that, he wants to get legacy. He wants to get trophies. He wants to have a chance of competing for the Champions League and competing for the domestic titles. He wants the German Cup, the German League, and the Champions League. I think Bayern's the destination for him. But if not, Real Madrid, if they actually were strongly interested and were prepared to spend money on him, at 37, I'm sure he'd go back there in a heartbeat, mate. Yeah, they would provide him everything that he needs. He's probably regretting leaving there, to be honest. In the first place and going to Juve, he might as well have just fucking stayed there and won several, more trophies and stuff, in all fairness. But there you go. He wanted to challenge himself in a different league. It's for his legacy. That's why I think he is genuinely looking to push away from United at the moment, because he's a legacy player. And he's not going to get much legacy other than adding the shitty Europa League to his trophy cabinet here at United right now, is he? Is he? The only way we can add legacy is if we have a ridiculously miraculous miracle season and win the Premier League. That's all I could see him, And he can't rely on that, just like we can with the shit players we've signed. Sherwin Sutherland says, my hero is leaving. Well, maybe not. Okay, interesting. Thank you so much there, Gerard, to pass info on Frankie. Brilliant. Thank you so much for letting us know. We've got some information potentially coming soon in regards to Frankie de Jong, guys. Right, I'm going to get into the live chat, folks. I mean, the update is basically that Ornstein, the view is that Ronaldo's not for sale and that he will remain at United. I hope that's the case. Fab said that Ronaldo, does indeed want to leave. Jonathan Schrager confirmed and said the Ronaldo news is true. He loves United, but the ambition that the club have doesn't match his. And Chelsea have supposedly inquired about Cristiano Ronaldo, as have Napoli, and also a couple of other clubs such as Bayern are supposedly interested. Ronaldo has serious concerns with the lack of ambition at the football club and the inability to sign players. We haven't signed any fucking players, have we? Liam H, thank you for another super chat, Liam. Sue, let's get a sad Sue. I don't blame him either, Lily Gamer, but I still don't think he's going to you scummers, though. Only a commercial crisis will force the Glazers out, says Liam. We need to think long term. They need a bloody nose. Only CR7 can do this to them. Fair point there, Liam. I mean, that's it. If they actually got hit financially super hard in the pocket, share prices, but also things like sales, commercial. Look, end of the day, people just need to not buy any merch and also try and not give them any money wherever you can. Things like MUTV and tickets and things like that. That's just a reality. 320 likes. Oh, we hit 300 likes. Thank you, everyone. That's exactly half of the amount of people we got in here. You what? We could do better than that. Let's have a little Bacon Brigade like spike. Let's see if we can get 400 likes on the stream. Smash that thumbs up button, everybody. If you're just getting in, drop a subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Oh, dear. Okay, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed something here. Shit, the Bedved, Pavel Nedved. What the fuck is going on? We know that this has been said anyway, but let's just get it up on the screen as well, just so people can see in regards to de Jong here. Mate, thank you, Myjek, for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you, dude. He says, so I still hope this is a ploy by CR7 to get signings and get the captaincy. If Ronaldo was serious about leaving, we would have agreed with another club. I think he would have done this right at the start of the window as well, rather than now. So I think you're right, too. I think it could be a ploy for us to get signings as well, because otherwise you'd do it earlier on, wouldn't you? I think you're probably onto something there, mate. Like, surely you would come to this realization earlier that you don't want to play Europa League. Just the signings that we're getting is not going to have any difference in that, is it, etc. So I think you could be onto something there, mate. But look, here's the quotes from Barca's president, Joan Laporta, in regards to de Jong. And it says, there are many clubs that want him, not just Man United. We have no intention of selling him. He wants to stay. This is in regards to Frankie. I'm going to do everything to keep Frankie, but there's also a salary issue, and that would have to be adjusted. So, he's got two. They're playing him too much. If Frankie's prepared to take a pay cut, maybe he could stay at Barcelona, is what that says. But ultimately, Man United are supposed to have agreed a deal in principle with this guy. And so, therefore, what's the issue? This guy's just chatting shit, isn't he? This guy's absolutely chatting raw shit, this guy. It doesn't mean anything. He's chatting bollocks. We've got an agreement in principle. This guy needs to just chill out a little bit, mate. I don't think it's true, guys. I think he's coming to United. That's what I'm banking on anyway. Hey there, what's going on there, Zamangwe, Luxalo? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Mark Oliver. Guys, everybody, welcome. Levi, Jim Watkins, Sue Holdrian. Sorry if I missed any. Steve FC. Ruddy can't game with a super chat, man. Thank you so much for getting in here. He says, let Ronaldo go. He has taken up too much wages, says Ruddy can't game. He takes up a lot of wages, Ruddy. But you know what, Ruddy? He's worth every single penny, bud. He takes up wages. People don't realise that his commercial pull for people around the world to watch Man United literally transfers into dollars, mate, and transfers into pounds. More subscriptions, more viewers watching the TV channel subscriptions, ultimately. More merchandise sold, more eyes on your product, more ability to sign commercial deals. You know what the Glazer shithouses are like. They will haul Manchester United out to any bloody company around the world. And if you've got a big smiley face, handsome bastard superstar man like Cristiano Ronaldo as your fucking poster boy, guess what? You got yourself a fucking expensive product, mate. And to be fair, I know what you're saying. He does get paid a lot of money, but in comparison to the actual input that he's put into United in terms of commercial revenue and just interest from people around the world, and not to mention that, quality on the pitch, goals, he's a cheap as chips player, mate. Honestly, he's one of the only people that justify his bloody wages in the team, if you ask me. Big up there, Solo Tamua. How you doing, mate? Welcome in. What do you make of this? What do you make of this shit show, bud? I want CR7 to stay, says Pete Morris, but it looks unlikely. Me too, bud. I mean, I think we should do everything in our power. That's it. Put your foot down. Sorry to say, Ronaldo ain't going nowhere. We don't have to sell the guy. He's contracted to the football club. We don't have to let him go. Certainly not for anything less than a small fortune. And this guy is 37 years of age. Who's going to pay 60 million for this man? That's what I would sell him for. Yeah, okay, fair enough. If PSG or Bayern or someone want to pay us £60 million for a 37-year-old player, I probably would snap their end off, to be fair, because that 60 million can be used to maybe go and sign a replacement, a top player, a striker who couldn't get you some good goals, but they still won't be as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sorry to say, but it would be future planning at least it would be, future planning, but to be honest, we should just be spending money and buying players anyway. Jim Rotkins, thank you so much, Jim. Says, I'm absolutely right. Thank you, bud. Mark Oliver says, well, Ronaldo put in a request a couple of hours ago. That changed everything, says Mark Oliver. Well, it's interesting. I mean, it could have changed everything, but why is he chosen until now? I mean, this could just be a ploy to try and convince us to sign new players and to do a little bit more business. My Jake, thank you for your super chat. He says, it's about lack of signings, otherwise do it sooner. I'm with you. I actually think you're right. I think this is a power move by Cristiano because he's got such big bollocks, mate, and he's prepared to try and force the Glazers' hand here. And he's disgusted, like we are, with the fact that we have got to this stage of the fucking summer window and we haven't signed any players. So he's probably just doing this to just say, look, buddy, hurry the fuck up and let's get some signings in here now. My Jet says Ronaldo makes the club more money than he gets. Definitely agree with you. The commercial pull he has around the world, the shirt sales alone, come to sums of tens of millions a year, and then there's like the extra added ability to sign deals with commercial entities because of the fact that Ronaldo's here. He is a poster boy. He's a huge icon. Just to be associated with somebody that famous, I mean, he's literally the most, isn't he the most followed person on Instagram in the whole world? Maybe he's the most followed sportsman, but I've got a feeling he might even be the most followed person in the whole world. So that goes to show you the sort of person we've got. He's got fucking hundreds of millions of followers, this guy. People love Ronaldo. People follow Ronaldo. People will watch his games. People will buy his merch. People will do. And if you're associated with that, you can get a piece of that. That's worth millions. That's worth fortunes to a club like Manchester United. Thank you, Myjek says Ronaldo makes the club more money than he gets. Yep, you're spot on, sir. Thank you for that super chat. Ronaldo is a brand, says Levi. He is, but people are saying that like it's a negative thing. I think it's only a negative thing if he's a brand like Pogba and it's a shit brand. Or a brand like Lingard and it's just a fucking tin of beans brand. Beans. But if it's actually a good brand, like CR7, and if it's actually a fucking good player, i.e. his brand of football is good and he's not a bang average chart merchant who can't bloody play, then I would say that the brand is a plus point. It's a good thing that he's commercially viable. It's a good thing that he gets a lot of people interested in what you're trying to do. It's not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if the player's shit and that's all that they care about is the brand, i.e. Lingard and Pogba. But it's not bad if it's Ronaldo who gives it his all and is completely professional. Yeah, that's right, Stephen. Ronaldo's a brand because of his constant success. Ronaldo, if he just wanted to be a brand, he could go and live a fucking playboy lifestyle, do what he wants. He could have drinks companies, he could have clothing brands, he could have the coolest sunglasses in the land. He could be like Kanye West of football, coming out with these new shoes all the time, doing whatever the fuck he wants. He's not interested in that shit, really. Okay, he's got these enterprises. He's a very smart, savvy businessman. He's got advisors. He's got ambitions. He's got companies. But he loves football. That's where all this has come from. The boy that had a dream, from Madeira, Portugal, who rose to the top of the food chain in regards to football, and he wants to stay there. He wants to stay there for as long as he can. He loves the game. He loves the legacy, and he's all about legacy. He's come back to Manchester United for legacy, to play in the Premier League at his age. He didn't come back to finish 6th, and he didn't come back to play Europa League next season, so I don't blame him if he does go. Michael Louis says, Pig, if United get relegated this season, what would you do with the Flying Pig United? What do you mean? I mean, look, we're United fans thick and through, aren't we? Through thick and thin. So it would just be, in some ways, maybe that would be good for United if we got relegated. I mean, we're not going to get relegated, but maybe if the Glazers got the fuck out of this football club, that would be good for United. I would take a season in the Championship if it meant that they sold up and got the hell out, to be honest. Yeah, Sue Hodrian says the man telling you De Jong is no longer for sale as Barca's president. Bad times ahead for the Manx, sorry to say. Yeah, but he's also chatted shit in this way in regards to Messi and stuff before he was sold. So you never know. 739 legends watching, guys. Thank you all for being a part of the stream tonight. Drop that thumbs up button, hit the like. Let's get to 400 likes. We're actually nearly there. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, guys. We're very close to 60,000 subscribers over here, guys. We're one of the just to give you a bit of background about this channel, you probably don't want to know, but we're one of the longest, oldest Man United fan channels on YouTube. 10 years old in January, in fact. So we've been doing this a long time, and we cover the latest news in a no bullshit way. Whenever there is news, not just pumping out bullshit clickbait, regardless if there is or isn't news. But when there is news, we cover the news. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you click the little bell icon so you do get notifications when we post and go live, which is every single day. Thank you, Madhouse. Thank you very much. Right. Majek with another super chat, bro. Thank you. Let's get a sad Sue in the chat for him. He says, proof is Ronaldo would take a pay cut to win. Definitely. He would. He absolutely would. You're absolutely right. I think he's the kind of guy that would do that. If he was just about the money, he could go to the MLS and get paid an absolute fortune and be a Hollywood superstar. He could go to, China and get paid fucking £1 million a week or somewhere, where they pay ridiculous money, Saudi Arabia or wherever. They can go and do that. But he's not all about that. He's all about the legacy. And I'm sorry to say, Man United's not got the ability to give him what he needs this season. Messi Amparati, though, says Ronaldo should stay and should win something with us. Okay, yeah, true, but that's why he's got a problem. That's why he's not too happy about being here right now, guys, because there is no guarantees or even looking like, like it's very realistic for Manchester United to win anything this season. We have got to the 2nd of July and we haven't signed anyone yet. Okay, Malassi is coming in, great. We're happy about that. He's a young left-back player. Is he really going to make the difference? He's going to contribute, but it's not a key player. De Jong, there's talks of that deal maybe falling down. We haven't got it over the line yet. I'm still remaining hopeful that deal is done, but we haven't got it done yet. And so where is the ambition from this club? If you're Ronaldo, you're looking at this team going, fucking hell, we're not going to win anything. We still got Harry Maguire as captain at the back, for fuck's sake. We still got fucking McFred in the centre of the park, guys. Have Happy Meal standards at McDonald's. We haven't got a proper midfield, we haven't got a proper defence, we haven't got a proper team. And so if I'm Ronaldo too, I'm shitting a brick also, because fuck me, this team's awful. And he wants to play with some quality players. He doesn't want to play with fucking Slabby Maguire, ordering him around, refusing to take responsibility for his cash errors at the back, trying to mop up for 2 Harry Maguire mistakes every single game. He has to score 2 goals just to fucking get the score to 0 when Harry Maguire's playing at the back. We need players. We need signings. We need ambition. We should be going out there signing De Ligt, Tielemans, Neves, De Jong, all the whole bloody lot of them. That's what we should be doing. Jerome Wise says, if Zidane was the manager, Ronaldo wouldn't leave. Fuck Zidane. You know what I mean, Jerome? I'm sorry to say, fuck Zidane. And I think he would leave. But Zidane doesn't want us, bro. He doesn't want us anyway. But fuck Zidane, bro. You know what I mean? He's not interested in Manchester United. And to be honest, Ronaldo, he probably wouldn't stay if Zidane was here, man. He probably wouldn't. The whole point of Ronaldo wanting to go is, this squad is shit, and we haven't signed any players, we haven't got any ambition, and we're playing in this shitty Mickey Mouse Europa League, pal. We need to be playing in the Champions League. That's why. It's not down to Zidane. It's not down to Zidane. It's down to the fact that we haven't got fucking the competition, the Premier competition to play in, that he's the all-time top goal scorer in. And we don't have the possibility of winning the Premier League because City and Liverpool are too far ahead and we're shit. And we don't have the fucking possibility of playing in the Champions League because we're the shitty Mickey Mouse Europa. That's what it's down to. Yeah, you're right, Westy05. Slabby still as a captain is an embarrassment. That needs to be addressed immediately. Strip the captaincy of him. You know, like how they have an unveiling of a footballer, yeah? When you sign a player like Cristiano Ronaldo at the Bernabeu, they get a big fucking fuck-off stage, and there's a whole stadium of fans, 80,000 fans, and that's an indicator of how big of a signing it is, how they can fill the fucking stadium up and unveil Ronaldo. You know what we should do? We should have a fucking unveiling of removing the fucking captain's armband from Maguire at Old Trafford in front of a full capacity, my son. I'm sure they'd fill out the whole fucking stadium if they announced that they were doing a ceremony to remove the armband from the fucking fridge. You know what I mean? That's what they should do. Anyway, then everybody would know where we stand. Everybody would know that this twat's no longer getting the armband. We would be like celebrating like it was a new signing. Just this bloody armband being taken off the guy. Soon Ronaldo, how's it going, bro? Ronaldo's leaving to be excited, says Sharkitza. I mean, Ronaldo will be leaving to get legacy. He'll be leaving to win trophies. He'll be leaving to play for a team like Bayern or a team like Real or a team like PSG, I suppose. Probably not PSG because nobody gives a toss about them, to be honest. But certainly a team that can win their own domestic cups and league and a team that can play and get far in the Champions League. That's what he needs. Thank you for subscribing, Steve Bernstein and Charlie Hatch and Danny Boy. Thank you very much, guys, for hitting that subscribe button. If you guys are new, do what those guys have done and hit the subscribe button, and also drop a like on the video and get yourself in the chat. We're having a Q&A now. We're going to try and read out as many comments as possible, guys. Jerome Weiss says, my point was that Eric Ten Hag is not a big draw for CR7. I see your point. Okay, yeah, but you know what? I don't think it's necessarily the most important thing. You're probably right. Maybe he's not a big draw for CR7. He hasn't won any major tournaments. You know, he's just come over from the Eredivisie. You know, so I see what you're saying, but at the same time, it's not necessarily about that. I think the most important thing is that if it's not necessarily the name of the manager, it's the status of the club where we're at right now. We could get behind a new project with a good, young, hungry manager. I'm sure he could. But it's the fact that we don't seem to be showing the ambition in the transfer window to be able to sign these players. It's just like, that's what it is. With the squad's not good enough. It's the squad is the problem. Yeah, maybe the manager's profile's not good enough, but the actual team's profile is the most important thing for him. And he can see, he's looking around him going, fuck me, we haven't improved. We've only lost 6 players. We've had 3 transfers. Cavani's gone. Pogba's gone. Lingy's gone. Matic is gone. Those are all senior players, big players. We haven't replaced any of them yet. So if I'm Ronaldo, I'm looking around going, God, we've only got worse. We haven't strengthened. We're only looking worse right now. Where's the ambition? Need more rage, says Ronaldo out. Hashtag Ronaldo in, guys, or Ronaldo out? I'm Ronaldo in all day. Don't let this guy go anywhere. Keep him hostage if you need to, my friend. Keep him fucking chained up in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's fucking dungeon, my son. Next to fucking Slabby Maguire. The only reason he fucking was playing Harry Maguire all the time is because he was doing something in the dungeon, man. You know what I mean? Like, I say, let's get a ball and chain on him. You know what I mean? Whenever he's outside of training or outside of Carrington or outside of Old Trafford, let's get a fucking ankle tracker fitted to the guy. Do you know what I mean? I don't want this guy going anywhere, mate. If he fucking sneezes, I want somebody making a phone call and letting me know. You know what I'm saying, guys? This guy ain't going nowhere. He's going nowhere. Man. This is a shocking day, guys. What a shocking day, man. Oh, we were hoping it could be like De Jong day or something. In the end, it's like De Jong maybe not coming day and Ronaldo's going day. It's a fucking awful day. Jerome says you need to chain Maguire too in the dungeon. Exactly. He needs to stay there. Good point, man. Yeah, never mind. He needs to stay there the whole time. He needs to stay there for match days. Oh, man. Over 1,000 votes on the stream. Does Ronaldo stay or go? Let's have a look at the vote on the poll. And I can see 61% of people say Ronaldo goes. 39% say he stays. Wowzers. If CR7 goes, I want Lewis as Pedro Sanchez. He won't come to us, bud. This is why Ronaldo's leaving us. So, Lewandowski won't come to us, bud. We're in the Europa League, guff. I'm sorry to say, folks, but it's not going to happen. We're not going to get a player of that caliber. No chance. I'd take Robert Lewandowski in a heartbeat to replace Ronaldo, but it's not going to happen, is it? That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. Barcelona, they've got Champions League football. They've been working on it. Lewandowski's understood to want to go there. That's not going to happen, mate. Oh, Matt Gwinnett, thank you so much for the super chat here, man. He says, sometimes I wonder why I'm a Derby County and Manchester United fan. I love both clubs, but the drama is 1,000%. Yesterday I was feeling positive. Oh, fuck me, Matt Gwinnett, mate. Oh, my goodness. A Derby and a United fan, mate. That is like getting it from both ends, mate. That is a spit roasting of absolutely gastastic proportions, my son, right now. I feel for you, bro. Well, there's a lesson for being a 2-club wanker, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for your comment and your super chat there, Matt Gwynn. I appreciate that. But that is seriously 2 of the most stressful clubs you could possibly follow. The club is doing my nutting, says the special one. Me too, pal. Stuart Orler says Ronaldo's like a Ferrari, and the rest of United players are all old alloys and spoilers someone has stuck onto it. Well, yeah, it's quite a good analogy, actually, Stuart. Or more, actually, Ronaldo's like a Ferrari, and the rest of the team's like a bunch of fucking clapped-out mini-metros and Robin Reliant, son. And Harry Maguire's a fucking rusted bucket fucking transit van. That's what it's like. Ronaldo is a Ferrari, you're right, and the rest of the team are a bunch of fucking rotters. Rory C., thank you for your super chat, pal. He says he has to stay. Who steps up? Rashford or Martial? Most want at least one of those to go. Both are crap. Let's hope it's a ploy to get the Glazers to release more funds and fuck Slabhead. He's probably happy, says Rory. Yeah, fuck Slabhead. Right, yeah, that's the sort of mentality. Slabby's probably happy about Ronaldo leaving. He's happy about one of the best players because that guy actually makes him fucking raise his standard and holds him accountable for his shitty gas-tested mistakes. So you're right, Rory. But who steps up, Rashford or Martial? No, neither of those are good enough to step up and score the goals that Ronaldo's going to score for us. Neither of those pretenders are. No chance. Martial or Rashford? Goodness me. We'd be finishing 18th if we got those tossers as number 9. They are not proven at the moment at all. They need to prove themselves to us that they're still good players for United. They've both had a shite season. Rashford gave up towards the end of last season. It's a disgrace to see. He's got to prove himself to me and to you and to everybody else first before he even gets a bloody look in the first team, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, Rory, I don't know. We need to sign somebody else. We have to sign somebody. Let's just ask the chat then, folks. So, look, there's lots of links. There's lots of players linked. Let's just say the unthinkable happens. Let's say the worst case scenario happens and Cristiano Ronaldo does go to Bayern. We do sell him for X amount of money. Who do we go and buy? Who do we go and buy to replace him? I don't think we can replace him, can we? I mean, we could sign someone like Christopher Nkunku, I suppose, which would be a good signing. He's a good player. Oh, Skamaka would be a good signing as well. ZX Flames, fair play. Rooney, says Mr. Leo G. Oh, thank you, Robin. He says, we're almost at 60k subs. Yeah, we're closing in on it, guys. We're not too far away now, you know. In fact, we are... Crikey, we've hit 59,300. Sue! God, I'm going to have to stop doing that soon if Ronaldo leaves. Guys, it'll be too painful. Guys, do us a favour if you're new to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, everybody. Take your moment to subscribe. It only takes a second. Also, drop a like on this video if you haven't done so. We've just had 3 people subscribe. Konrad Szymanski, Mustafa Nacion, and also Psychedelic Ninja 85. Thank you guys very much for getting in here and subscribing. And we're almost at 500 likes as well, guys. Nice one. So, look, let's face it. In regards to Joan Laporte, you see his comments here, guys. This guy's not to be trusted. This guy's not to be trusted. He's a bullshitter, okay? He's a bullshitter. That doesn't mean that he's not going anywhere, okay? That's not 100%. He's just having a stir because he's bored. That's what that is, guys. Don't worry about this. De Jong is still likely to come to Manchester United. There's supposed to be agreement in principle. There's supposed to be a damn agreement in principle. So I don't think we need to panic too much about De Jong. I just hope that this forces Manchester United to just speed up a little bit. We've got this Ronaldo news. He's not happy about the lack of ambition and lack of signings. Now's the time to show ambition and get these signings done. It's pretty simple, isn't it? De Jong is over, says the special one. I don't think so, bud. I don't think so. I think, come on. This is not an indicator 100% that it is over. It could still happen. It's not very good. If you actually analyse what he said, he says there are many clubs that want him, not just United. We have no intention of selling him. He wants to stay. But that's bullshit. If they had no intention of selling him, why have we been negotiating with them for weeks in order to get this deal done? Trying to get leverage back in the De Jong deal. That's all he's doing, says Stephen Carr. De Jong is now de-gone, says Michael Lou. James T says, be real, we ain't getting any decent players until we see how Ten Hag's first season goes. Maybe so. Do you remember David Moyes' first season after Fergie? Nobody wanted to come to us then either. Nobody really wanted to come to us then either, it seemed. And we actually had Champions League football then, didn't we? Nearly 500 likes, says Scott Berg. Thank you, boss. Yeah, Laporte's words are stinky, says Rushmano. I know, De Jong is over. He said that because Barca actually can manage their finances now, says must play. Well, maybe so, but there's lots of speculation about that recently. Like, oh, they've restructured things. They sold off these assets and all this stuff and restructured. But now, look, all the Tier 1 journalists have been reporting that we have been essentially having an agreement in place with them for 85 million euros, 65 up front, 20 down the line. We haven't been doing this for bullshit. This hasn't been going on for fun. This is actual negotiations. So why are they doing this to us if they never have any intention of selling it? This Laporte is an absolute bloody shithouse. I don't even know my left from my bloody rights tonight, guys. I'm so pissed off with this. City's money ruins the EPL, says Manuel Strong. Spot on. You want him to go, not just another Premier League Cup. That would hurt, but he's only Man U now. Need to rebuild progress. There's Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle. All these teams will be better than us, says Danny King. I don't know, bud. I mean, Ronaldo still could be a part of us getting a good finish this season if we sign well and if he's still here. The fact is, Ronaldo, if you feed Ronaldo and the team's playing well behind him, and if we can actually assemble a team that can control the game and outpossess opposition, then we'll have a chance of beating anyone. We've got Cristiano. If we have a good midfield, you know, it's about creating chances for the guy. He was isolated out of 50% of the games last season. If we actually could perform to a good standard behind him, he would score a huge amount of goals for us. Glazers wake up, says Agrippa Chinhara. Fucking hashtag Glazers out. I'm sick of these shithouses. Get out of our club now. This is it. This is the standard that it's become. Players like Ronaldo wanting to leave. The inability to sign players like Lewandowski. You know, why? If Ronaldo did want to go for whatever reason, we should be in the position we could just get a Lewandowski. If it was the Fergie days, fucking hell, Lewandowski would be here tomorrow. That's the difference. We have the standard has slipped so much over the years. Moses Sakala says, let him go. Cozy Manchester United is not good enough for him, says Moses Sakala. Well, that's true. Unfortunately, we can't provide him what he deserves, which is the top-level competition, and his last final twilight season or two playing in the top competitions. Soon Ronaldo says, United lost every game that Ronaldo didn't play in. Says it all. Exactly. We need this guy. Glazers out, says Patricia O'Driscoll. Glazers out, says Mrs. P. Cake Bandit. Days gone, says Piggy, I'm fuming, but you're cheering me up. Thank you, boss. Joe Pringle comments, each window we get BS in and outs, but this is mostly a knee-jerk reaction. Ronnie ain't going, De Jong is coming. Don't panic, guys. Well, I hope you're right, Joe Pringle. But we've got a lot of good sources reporting the fact that, you know, this guy does actually want to leave because of the lack of ambition we're showing and the lack of signings. Thank you, Johnny, Ginderscoff, and Annalisa Modeste for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate you guys hitting the subscribe button. If you guys are new, do what Joachim Jacobson's just done and hit the old subscribe button, folks. Help us get to 60,000 subscribers. We're not that far away. Nak Meezy's mum has just subscribed to the channel as well. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, my friend. Lord Reptile says, at least you've got a third left back. You see Kara's tweet on CR7? I haven't, mate. Let's go and have a look at it. What's this shithouse said about it? He can keep his fucking opinions to himself, mate. What's he said, mate? To be honest with you, mate, I work on Sky Sports with Gary Neville, mate, and I'll just take a second to spout some fucking shite with all this fucking saliva I've got in my mouth before I fucking go and spit on someone on the motorway. You know what I mean, mate? Let's just put a little digging on Ronaldo because I fucking hate United and I'm fucking shite. And I was a fucking shite defender, mate, who had no fucking pace. And Ronaldo used to fucking tear me inside fucking out, mate, and fucking go to real work on me, mate. Is that what he said? Probably he has fucking said something like that. Let's have a look at this twat. See what this dickhead said. Okay. He said... What's he said? I can't even see what he said. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. He's retweeted somebody's tweet, though. Sam Pilger's tweet. He retweeted that saying Man United might have pushed harder for Darwin Núñez if they had known Cristiano Ronaldo was leaving, wanted to leave. Right, he's retweeted that. Okay, he's just putting a bit of shithousery in there. Is that what you mean? Is that all that you mean? I don't know. CR7 out, says Chukwueze Sunday. Bloody Scouser, says Amit Kumar. Carragher's a melon, says Hydra Force. Why he's still in a job is beyond me. Yeah, okay, it's okay to spit on children on the motorway, is it? And you still get your fucking job, even though you're a national figure on telly? Piss off, Sky. Do you know what I mean? It's a fucking joke, man. I can't believe that guy kept his job. I'm not one for cancel culture, guys. I'm not one for letting people get sacked off for saying one bad word or doing this, that. I'm not for that. I'm not all about that. You know what I am about, though? I'm not about having twats on telly who spit at little girls' faces, mate, on the fucking video. It's undeniable, mate. So, and it wasn't even justified either, I'm sorry to say. A Man United fan's driven past him. We got a result. I can't remember what it was. I think it was even a bloody draw, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was now. But a United fan's driven past him and said, hey, I'm lucky about today, Cara. Fucking harmless. What does he do? Gob a full-on fucking hocker-loogie at them. This is the guy they got on telly. He's a fucking disgrace. I'm sorry, he's a fucking loogie hocker, this guy. That's all he is. He's a fucking scouse saliva spitter, my friends. That's all he is, mate. All right, anyway, but there you go. He's still on the telly. He's still on the telly. Dozy Rodrigo says you got 300 likes. Oh, man. Oh, shit, we're actually only 2 likes away from 500, guys. Everyone, do us a massive favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We're nearly at 500 likes. Can we get there? Can we get there, dudes? Fucking unbelievable, this shit day, man. What's going on? Ronaldo wants to leave. De Jong deal in question. This is a shitter. Cara, Ronaldo. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the quotes. Thank you, Lord Reptile. He says, Cara said, Ronaldo did exactly what I thought he'd do. Score goals, but make the team worse. The transfer request also kills the idea he turned down Man City because of his love for Man United. Fucking hell. Kills the idea. And that's bollocks. That doesn't kill the idea. What it kills is the idea that we could provide him what he needed, which was supposedly the idea that we'd build on from it. Jamie Carragher's a fucking tit. That doesn't mean that at all. What it means is that we had the position after finishing fucking second in the Premier League where we felt we would kick on. We felt we'd sign Varane, Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Big money players coming in there in order to fucking start the next season and hopefully build on and kick on from that previous season where we finished second and got to the Europa League final and finished and lost on penalties. There's a progression that was taking place there, at least a seemed progression. It seemed like Ollie was building the club. It seemed like we were progression. That's why he's fucking come to us, because there was a project at United where we could win things. We had Champions League football. We had the possibility of having a good season. And so therefore, that's why he came to us. It's not, why is he questioning Ronaldo's love for United? You know what I'm questioning? His ability as a fucking footballer, my son. He was bang bloody average, my son. That's right, put out there. Bang bloody average. He was good. He was good, but he was no fucking Rio, was he? He was absolutely fucking in his shadow. Anyway, Jamie Carragher, what's he putting his oar in for anyway? He's totally wrong anyway. He's totally wrong anyway. He's questioning Ronaldo's love for Manchester United because of him turning down City. What the fuck? Because he wants to leave now. It's totally two different scenarios. Ronaldo wants to leave a club that is not able to give him what he needs. Champions League football and the ability to play trophies in his final bloody season at the top. It's fair enough, isn't it? That's nothing to... He's questioning around. You know what? Fuck Jamie Carragher, guys. I'm sorry to say. This guy's an idiot. He's chatting absolute shit, isn't he, Jonathan, mate? He's a fucking wind-up merchant, dudes. But personally, I do think... let's face it. I mean, he can't even talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. He can't talk in the same breath about Ronaldo, my son. Carragher got done up by Usain Bolt, a fucking 100-metre sprinter the other day. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. What a clown, says NK Shu. And do you know what pisses me off is that his comment doesn't even have any basis. It's just straight plain fucking wrong. Thank you, Josh Hernandez, Clay Fernandez, Matthew Venus, Samuel RHP, and Haynes Henry for subscribing to the channel, guys. Thank you very much for hitting the subscribe button. It makes sense. You've done a good thing there to join us on the channel here. Wind Up Merchant Scouser, says Malps. Do one. Should we sign a striker if Ronaldo goes? Oh, definitely, Naz. We have to. If Ronaldo goes, we've got to sign one or two strikers. But the only way we should sell Ronaldo is if we're going to get massive money for him. I actually think it makes sense to sell Ronaldo if the money's right. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. His goals are more valuable to us, 100%. But if you're prepared to if you can get 50 or 60 million for a player that's 37 years of age, it's amazing business for a player we signed for 13 million last season. But I just can't see anybody paying him that sort of money. Nobody's going to go that high. Jamie does talk a lot of rubbish, Joshua Whitfield. John Anderson says, bye, CR7. Don't panic, we have Rashford, says Matata. I feel you, Ahmed Malakazadi. He says, I got a headache since I heard Ronaldo wants to leave. Oh, man. We got another transfer update. What's this, Washbana? Let's see what this is. So, yeah, that's true. Ronaldo's delivered on his side of the bargain, but believes that Man United's players and bosses have let him down. It's true, he has, yeah. He's been shocked and disappointed at Man United's implosion since his return. He wants to bring a quick end to his return to the club. This is what's reported. Also, Frankie de Jong and Erling Haaland have their eyes on a house Solskjaer is selling in Cheshire, apparently. A source has said de Jong's team contacted Ollie about renting the place. But he told them Haaland has got first option if he wants it. Oh, fuck off. Right, let's get in the live chat, read out a bunch more comments, folks. We can't stay on here too much longer, but we're going to stay on here a little bit longer, folks, and see what you legends got to say. So get yourself in there with your thoughts and opinions. It's a hot topic tonight, guys. It's all going off. Ronaldo potentially going, these question marks with de Jong. Fucking hell. Yeah, Maps, the club is bad for health, man. De Jong, here we go, will be tomorrow. I really hope so, Tylee. That would be amazing. Rushy says we got 528 likes. Absolutely amazing. Carlos Echeverria, hello. He says Cristiano is too good for United. He doesn't deserve being in a club that has another 10 players that just don't put that much passion, excluding Elanga and De Gea. Yeah, I agree completely, Carlos Echeverria. Well, you know, you're right. He is too good for this team at the moment. This team of players, we needed to have ambition this window and fully strengthen and try and match that sort of level of ambition. But unfortunately, we haven't done, and we've just lost 6 players, and we've weakened ourselves, if anything. And we have got a lot of shit players. So you're absolutely right. I don't blame Ronaldo. He's got to put up with the likes of bloody Slabby Maguire and behind him and everyone. That midfield's so bad as well to be able to get the ball to him. Scott McTominay and Fred. I mean, right now, crikey, we need a whole new rebuild. You was wrong, we are worse than Arsenal, says Ishan Singh. Nah, wash your mouth out, mate. That's definitely not true. Nah, Dazball, Arsenal are a dead club. United still could surprise a few people this summer, mate, with some signings. You just never know. Eric Ten Hag's handbags are big enough draw for transfer, says Mark Harris. That's the problem, isn't it? He's not a huge name. Eric Ten Hag should be pressuring the board to sign people, says Sum Ronaldo. I'm sure he is. It's just our recruitment team are a bunch of gash merchants. Jag, what's going on, Jag? He says, mad, last year I was watching your stream on the day we re-signed him. I'm more disappointed this is happening in July and not May. Can't blame him for wanting to go, but no need for the circus. Definitely. Maybe this is to try and get the Glazers to spend, though, Jag. That's all we can hope for. Because I personally think he would have done it, like you say, right at the start of as soon as the window's open, rather than now. So I think it could be hopefully just a bit of a power move to try and get us to spend. Baggershite FC says, Farkar. De Jong's on vacation in the USA. He is indeed Cavalier. Hydra says, never understood people saying Ronaldo made Man United worse. He's a striker. He has one job, and that's to score goals. If the rest are playing shite, then that's on them. Definitely agree with you, Hydra. I couldn't agree more with you. As far as I'm concerned, Ronaldo at his age, all he should be doing is playing on that last man, peeling away with those brilliant runs that he makes, that great movement, looking for those balls in behind, looking for those through balls, staying on the last man up top and being that fox in the box. Set pieces, crosses in there. He's a lethal threat. I agree with you. That's all you need from him. You just need him to be a fox in the box type these days. You don't need him to be pressing the opposition like a madman. I completely agree with you. All right, let's have a look at this update. Calm down, NAS786 lad. Let's have a look at this update. So what's the update? Okay, right, well, interesting. Okay, so Jonathan Gallagher says, Michael Lou, the Glazers. Account says the Spotify deal with Barca gets them 60 million per season. So they do need to sell. Frankie de Jong says account CB. Yeah, that's from the Mirror, Agrippa Chinhara. I mean, it's the Mirror. I'm not interested in the Mirror, mate. You know, I'm not interested in the Mirror, bro. Oh, my goodness me. People are quoting the Mirror now as sources as to whether or not Frankie de Jong's set to join Man United. They're a fucking shit publication, lad. Anyway. Sorry to say, what are you going to come out with mid now? Done deal fucking Ronaldo to Bayern as reported by the Daily Mail. You know, what are you fucking doing to me, mate? You know, Ronaldo set to sign a new 6-year contract as reported by the fucking Sun. Are you serious? They're all fucking gash papers, guys. I don't listen to any Italian, pay any attention to that shit. Anyway, it's an absolute rag. Dear. So, yeah, source is the Viz, says Social99. Breaking news is De Gea put in a transfer request as Madhouse. Goodness me, it wouldn't surprise me, would it? It wouldn't surprise me. Who are we playing at striker if CR7 leaves, says Dave the Gamer? It will be, well, Rashford or Martial, won't it? It'll be Rashford or Martial, guys. Rashford or Martial will be one of those guys, but in probably neither because we'll have to sign somebody else. Those two aren't good enough to do the job for us. No chance in hell. We'll have to sign somebody else. So probably... yeah, there you go. Callum Weiss as somebody like Victor Osimhen. You could see something like maybe Dybala on a free transfer, guys. You know, wouldn't surprise me with the shithouse Glazers to go and sign free transfer Dybala. And then also Nkunku, Christopher Nkunku's a good shout as a striker. He can also play in various different positions. So Christopher Nkunku would be a decent shout. When is Greenwood coming back, says Agrippa Chinhara? Probably never coming back, mate. Probably never coming back. There is no new update, mate. It's just more speculation on the De Jong situation. You know what I mean? It's just saying that basically, yeah, it's just from the Mirror that Frankie de Jong's set to join, but it's not. It's not a good update. Jonathan Shiggy, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, mate. I really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. And everybody else as well, please do hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And drop that thumbs up. We've just hit 550 likes. I'll stick around for a few more minutes, guys, because the live chat's absolutely popping off just to try and get as many of your comments read out as possible. So let's see what you guys are saying. Ghost says Nkunku is decent, but the other forward players mentioned aren't United quality. Barcelona is saying they're not selling De Jong, says Difster. They have said that indeed. Yep, that's true. Here's a little bit of a report here from their director there, Joan Laporta, the president, I should say. Twisted Fate says, Pig, if we sell Ronaldo in the FTJ deal, do you think we will lose the Lissandro deal also? This is a huge hit for us. What about Patrick Schick, says Nas786? Yeah, I mean, Patrick Schick's not a bad shout. I mean, there's that Skamaka guy. You know, there's a few players, but none of them are Ronaldo, guys. That's the key, really. None of them are Ronaldo. Every weekend is miserable in the transfer period, says Ryan Wheeler, and will again be when the season kicks off. Agrippa says, Twat Porter has us panicking here. United signed some players. I know, let's just get it done. That's what I mean. It doesn't mean that it's definitely not done just because this knobhead's come out and said so. Hacking Gaming YT says, breaking news from the Mirror. Ten Hag has put Maguire as our new striker, says Hakeem Gaming. Chris says, Bruno Falstein, I don't know, I'm desperate, says Chris Ryan. Forgot the like button again. No worries, United, till I die. Thank you for remembering and hitting the thumbs up, bro. What about De Vries from Inter, says John O'Connor? I mean, it's not the position, it's not the, it's not, nah. I think United should go all out for Tielemans and Neves. Yeah, midfield, that'd be good, yeah. I mean, look, if Ronaldo's go, we need to address that position as well now, don't we? Big Bears loving the Bacon Brigade emojis. Thank you, dude. Dista says Barcelona were using us to get De Jong to lower his salary. God almighty, could you imagine? Lewandowski's closest we're going to get. Let's demand a swap. We're not going to get him, mate. He wants to go and leave for a Champions League team. I really don't think Lewandowski's realistic at all. I mean, look, Ronaldo wants to go for a reason. Lewandowski wants that same level of play. Yeah, fair play, Dylan Weston. He says Skamaka's the only one I can think of to come in as a number 9. Carlos Echeverria, Ronaldo has my acceptance to leave to City or Chelsea. They are better. Oh, shut up, Carlos Echeverria, you City scummer. Obviously, you're not a United fan. What the fuck are you talking about? Carlos Echeverria, what you on, bro? Of course he doesn't have your dressing to go to those teams. You obviously want to see this guy, if he's going to leave United, you want to see him go abroad, man. He won't go to Chelsea. That's bollocks. Rooney for free, says Robert Blundell. Pay the money and get Nkunku, says VK Dean. Get Cornet from Burnley. Get Cornet from Burnley. I agree, guys. Cornet from Burnley on a free. Fair enough. Guys, you know what's crazy? I'll just tell you something real quick. You know what's crazy? You know how we hit 59.3k subscribers during this show? We're about 10 subscribers away from 59.4. Guys, we've had about 100 new subs during this show. You what? Everyone, if you're new to the channel, drop the subscribe. We might actually get to 59.4 during this show. If you, that's right, you, subscribe. Veghorst, here we go, says Malps. Rushdown says NUFC taking over Man United next season. Yeah, Cornet's not the answer, is he? Get Harry Kane. I would say the same a little while ago, Manuel Strong. The only difference is, if we'd have got Champions League football and they didn't, I would say we could get him. It would cost a lot, but I could say we could get him. But now with the situation as it is, with them having Champions League football and us not, and them having Conte and us having Ten Hag, no disrespect, Ten Hag's not a great, huge name. I don't think Kane's on the books at all. No possibility. Yeah, thank you, Stephen Carr says, growing rapidly. Love to see it. Thank you, Stephen Carr, man. Andy Young says, Pig, when you think the club has hit rock bottom, they find a way to dig the hole deeper. Definitely. I know this is getting silly now, isn't it? Just when you think we were actually coming back out of this terrible summer window as well by signing new players and actually having a period of positive news, we get dropped with a couple of bombshells as well. Skamaka's going to PSG, says Nas. Yeah, that's right, Shane. Nkunku signed a new deal already. The reality is Murtaugh and Arnold have failed. Thing is, though, just because a player's signed a new deal, it doesn't mean they can't move. It just means that now we have to pay a lot more money for him, So that's all it is they're still available, but... First Class Gamer says, Pig, in the long run, Ronaldo leaving is a good thing. I mean, it depends who we bring in. Maybe if we use the money and the freed up money to go and sign like a Tielemans and a De Ligt or, and some quality players, or if we do sign a quality forward to replace him in the future, a great star. But United in the Europa League right now are struggling to demand or command the interest of the top talents. So therefore, I just don't think we could get somebody as good for a while. I mean, maybe in the long term, if we got the right signings, we could be a better team. We talked about the importance of being on the team. It's not just about one player, but I'm not so sure. I just think he's such a huge player for us right now. It's too much of a loss. It's so many goals out of the season that he would score for us out of the team. Yep, that's right. Dylan Weston, exactly. And Nkunku plays all over the place as well. Heard Nkunku had a 51 million release clause, says Ghost 98. Not too sure on the amount of the release clause. I think that was previously before he signed a new deal, wasn't it? You don't think so? Ghost Whip, I can check it out. Says must play. Holy shit, guys. Rushmano says we got 59.4k. Let's refresh it. Holy shit. Guys, what the hell? We've already gone up a couple hundred subscribers just today. That's the news of Manchester United when there's good news and when there's bad news. The news, obviously, earlier on, talking about the possibility of us bringing in Lisandro Martinez. And then today, obviously this evening, the news coming out about Cristiano Ronaldo being an absolute bombshell. And so therefore, all you guys have found this video. So thank you for finding the videos. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and getting your thoughts and opinions in. 600 away, let's go, says Stephen Carton. We're almost at 600 likes, folks. Drop a little like on the video. We're only 22 away. I'm not fucking leaving until we got 600 likes on the stream. Osman isn't that good, says VK Dean. I rate him. I mean, he's a good striker, but he's not Cristiano Ronaldo good. Dylan Weston, thank you for subscribing. The hottest Spur, thank you for subscribing. Hey, Tactician Tom, what's going on, broski? What do you make of this absolute calamity, bud? Andy Young says, honestly, instead of Ronaldo rumours being leaked, players should own it and tell people how it is themselves. But hopefully this is hopefully this is Ronaldo and his team trying to force the hand of the Glazers in order to sign players. And what it hopefully is also kick up the arse for the Glazers to, have some more ambition and to try and put us in as best a position as possible to challenge for things this summer. And I also think regardless of what Ronaldo wants, even though we like Ronaldo and Ronaldo likes us, he's a Man United player, and he's contracted to the football club, and that's that. And I'm sorry to say, unless a team comes in for an offer of 50 or 60 million pounds, it doesn't make financial sense for us to sell him and lose all those goals and lose that commercial draw that we have as well. Because he's such an important player for getting eyes on the product as well. Let's be honest, this guy is a commercial player. And so they're going to lose so much in shirt sales, merch sales. It just doesn't actually add up to sell him for anything less than a huge amount of money. And is any team out there going to pay a huge amount of money for a player that's 37? I can't see it happening. And so I think it just doesn't make sense. I think Ronaldo stays. And he's just unhappy. And yeah, he doesn't want to play in the Europa League. He's super depressed for a while. But as soon as that summer window slams shut and he's stuck here, he's going to want to prepare properly for the World Cup. He's going to want to play and try as hard as he can because he's a professional. So I think we've got to go for it, We've got to try and just keep him. Ronnie won't lie down like Kane did. Maybe not the hottest Spur. Yeah, Kane at the start of the season, he was very unhappy and he was pretty much kicking up a fuss wanting to leave. City, I think they had an offer of 100 mil. Spurs wanted more. Kane was not happy about it. Then they signed Grealish and all this stuff. And then, of course, he had to be resigned to the fact that if he wants to play football, he's got to play ball at Spurs. So it will be a similar situation. Okay, let's end the poll then. So 62% of people think that Ronaldo goes and 38% of people think that he stays. Is it worth keeping an unhappy player? Dilly Hill, in some ways, no, because it could infect your dressing room. But because Ronaldo is just such a professional, I think he will stay as professional as possible. And he's contracted and, he will quite likely to be, he's quite likely to be still knuckling down and playing his absolute hardest because he's Ronaldo, and I don't think he's going to be petulant, and I don't think he's going to just give up and down tools just because he's stuck at United. I think he'll still want to play and score as many goals as he can. Kiko boy, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Sarvulon, how you doing, Sar? She's getting those sad face emojis in there. Sarvulon, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare, I know. Sir Alex is part of the problem, says Andreas Suteru. Ronaldo will not be forced to stay, says CD. Well, I would force him to stay if the money involved is not good enough for United. Now, fuck that. I'm sorry. If somebody wants Ronaldo, they've got to pay through the nose for him. This isn't like us buying him for 13 mil. I'm sorry to say no. This is, if they want him, they've got to pay for him. In a way, Ronaldo knew what he was signing up for. Yes, and I feel like if Ronaldo truly wanted to go, if this wasn't just a power move, I think personally he would have done this a month ago. Yep. You'd rather Gareth Bale and him on the bench for the year, says Bo691. You'd rather Gareth Bale? What? Benzema says Liam Mackey. Well, look, if you could pull it off, he'd be a good replacement. But look, it's not going to happen, mate. Our windows are good and bad. It always be like that, says Westy. Ronaldo, 35 million, 50 million minimum for me, bro. Don't sell him for less than 50 because 50 is what it takes to get a good goal scorer. 50 million plus maybe even a bit more is what it takes to get a quality player in. Sell him to China, says you what? Watching United's like watching funny fails, says Cax 2003. Mark Harris says Mr. P was more money wiped off the shares this week. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they were going to be plummeting hardcore down, mate. I'm not too sure about the current state of the shares, but I know it's at pretty much a 10-year low. 600 likes says Rushmano. Get in there, my son, baby. We did it. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 600 likes, baby. Wow, everyone, thank you for dropping that thumbs up on the video. You're a bunch of bloody legends. Thank you all for hitting the 600 likes. That's absolutely amazing. Look, guys, I guess I'm going to have to draw this video to a close just simply because it's gone on for so long. I know there's a lot of you legends getting yourselves in here. There has been more news and stuff that's dropped throughout. If anything more big comes in a bit, we'll try and jump on for, a bit later on. But crikey, it's one of those crazy days, man. It's one of those crazy days. Hopefully he's not going anywhere. I agree, Dancing with the Devil. Hopefully he's going nowhere, my son. It's a sad day indeed, NAS786 if true, but hopefully he's going nowhere. The hottest Spurs said we spent 60 million on Richarlison, so 50 for Ronaldo is probably a bit low. True, you did overpay for that guy. But it's just because of his age, isn't it? And the fact he's only got a year left on his contract is why you wouldn't get more for him. Like I was saying, if Ronaldo, even at his age, if he had a 5-year contract, he'd still be worth massive money. Thank you, United Tonight. I says 600 likes, banging. You deserve it. Big work. You work hard, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, we have fallen big time, Scarboy. We won't use the money wisely. You're probably right, Scarboy. Dylan Weston, thank you for watching. I'm going to pretty much wrap this video up. Please don't go, says Bill691. We've got to wrap it up, man. But thank you, all of you, for watching the stream. Do us a big favor. Smash a like on this video. Hit that subscribe on the video if you haven't done so as well. We're on here every day. We may well even be back on here tonight if there's something legit to talk about. Have I seen the latest Romano tweet? I think I have, bud. Let me just go and have a double check, see if there's something that I've missed since. Yeah, I've seen the latest one, but we talked about that as well. Yeah, we talked about that as well. So we've got the information there up on the screen. But thank you, Big Bear. You were the 601st legend, bro. Legend. Thank you, everyone, for dropping a like. Make sure you drop a like before you go. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We're on here every day doing all the United news in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. So come and join us for the show. Come and join us for the show, guys. We've got a community vibe around here as well. So everybody's in welcome to get involved and get yourself in the chat, everyone. Thank you, United Tonight Die. Thank you, Drew, the Hoop Man, Butters, Account CB, Dancing with the Devil, Martin McGrath, Patrice Malassia, Amit Kumar, Bell691, Jonathan Gallagher. We've also got the Hoop Man, Pogo, Jonathan, Robin, Ghost, Steve Hall, Amida Red. Of course, all the moderators such as Rushmano. Thank you for all the updates throughout, Rushmano, you bloody legend. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to all the chatters, all the super chatters, all the people who got in the live chat and had your say in any capacity. You don't have to be a member here to get your comments read out. You don't have to be a moderator. You don't have to super chat. We get everybody involved in here. This is the People's Channel, my friend. And thank you for watching. Good night, guys. We'll be back in a bit, though, more than likely. I don't know what the fuck's going to go on tonight. Wouldn't surprise me if some crazy shit went down. I'll see you in a bit, folks. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Check out the website, UnitedFlyingHigh.com. The article is pinned to the top of the live chat. Go check it out, guys. It is the website that is associated with this YouTube channel. To read your news, go and check out the pinned article at the top of the chat. Thank you, Match Live. Appreciate you, bro. Hopefully better days coming. Thank you, Sue Hodrian, Stephen Carr, Jim Watkins, Conroy Schuller, John Allen, Hero, Must Play, Martin McGrath, Nas, Jim, Sue, Johan, Joe, Hoopman, Stephen, Amida Red, Ghost 98, Days Gone, Ahmad, Hero, Eddie Trooper. Thank you, Bud, Rushmano, Playlist, Nas, Hoopy, Batman, Brummy Reds, Way Forceful, You Are, Cavalier, Superstar, and everybody else. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's the end of the show. Back later. Sort your bloody lives out, United. This is what meandering and fanning around like a bunch of fannies does. It puts everything up in the air. Get some bloody signings in. Get some business done. Let's convince Ronaldo. Let's convince Ronaldo where we've got the ambition to win things this season. Let's not let one of the greatest players of all time leave. It's a disgrace. See you in a bit. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Soon.